Hello again, it is Lord Haywire. I am back again tonight to stream some Crusader Kings 3 Prince of Darkness mod. This is the game I was playing. I made some major mistakes though, so I'm going to start over, but I'm actually going to play the same character and try to marry this same handsome devil over here. I wasn't paying enough attention and running the game too fast. I usually don't run it that fast. I like to relax, and I was trying to hurry through some shit and I just fucked up all over the place. So I am starting over with the same person. I'm going to check my settings real quick like I always do. Everything looks fine, but I always double check everything. Make sure that I'm not streaming into the void or doing something idiotic like having myself muted. And that also gives a little bit of time for people to show up and join the stream if they would like, join chat. And let's see here. Just finished playing Sword. I never remember the name of this game. Sword in the Stars, The Pit. That's a roguelike. It's pretty awesome roguelike. And there's actually, so someone in chat mentioned there was a 4X with it. And then after I got off streaming, I looked. And there's like a whole series of games based in that universe. It's kind of interesting. It looks like most of them are pretty good. One of them was really badly reviewed, but the other ones looked pretty good. All right, let's do a new game here. And we're gonna do this one. I tried out the Inquisition one last time too, and then I decided I didn't want to play that. So I have an Inquisition game going with this lady, Vittoria Santini da Parma. But I don't know. I like being the vampires, and I'd pick her. Like I said last game. Let's let this load here. Man, it took forever for this game to load in between streams here. I like playing this chick a lot, but I wanted to play someone new and different, and so I'm gonna go with this pack leader later, which is who I played last time. You know what I'm going to do since this game took so long to load is pull up my stats just to make sure we're not having issues. Who knows? Every once in a while, Crusader Kings and Europa Universalis get all fucked up and they like broken. Which we used to try to do multiplayer with CK3, me and my friend, and it would always just be this broken mess. And we would Google it and it had been going on for years. Anyways, here she is. So I picked this person mainly because how she looked. She's got one eye and she's scarred up. Like, that's pretty much how I pick who I want to play. And I don't almost never create my own character because I feel like that kind of ruins what the developers intended. I mean, I don't care if anyone else does. And these guys were just wrecking town last time, so let's get started here. Whoops, I picked the wrong person. Jesus Christ. Exit game. X main menu. I was clicking around. New game. Look at those people. Jeez. Well, we're gonna marry that person. Try to, at least. I don't think I'll have any issues accomplishing the marriage there. The only other excuse me. The only other mod I have loaded is the 99 loading screens because I like to have the diversity. And this is just, if you've never played this mod before, or CK3, this gives you like a breakdown of the mod. If you've never played CK3 before, it's basically a conquer Europe and you're a Crusader King generally, but you also can like play in India or North Africa, a little bit of Asia. They haven't really worked on the Mongols very much. And CK2, the Mongols had a whole different way that things worked, and that was actually one of my favorite people to play was the Mongols, because you had like these groups of dudes, and you'd have to have like warlords, and I don't know, it's pretty awesome. But eventually they'll get to that. Supposedly there's gonna be a release soon. This is pretty in depth. I'm not gonna go into full detail of how CK3 works because it would take forever, but I will point out while I stream here like what these stats do and stuff. Last time I didn't do that. I kind of just jumped into it, but I think it's worth pointing out what's going on, especially if you never played this mod, but you have played CK3. So the main difference in this mod is that you're a vampire. And this is how old you are. 422 years is actually pretty young for vampires in this game. This is like the house, and in CK3 vanilla, you also have a house, and you can click on here, and it shows like your legacies, which are sort of like special abilities that your house has, and you have a ton of them. You don't start out with any in this one. I think in vanilla you may start out with a few. I can't remember, but the main thing you can do here is you can look at who your legacy or who is in your house, and so there's me, and so one of the beauties of this, and this works with the vanilla too, is you can look through who all the different people are who are in your house, and sometimes you might be the head of your house in CK3 vanilla, especially like if you pick a smaller nation, you might be the only one there, and so you know you don't have any people in the back here, but you can click on this person. So this person, it says they're ancient there, but if I hover over, it says they're 1200 years old. Each who is this? Clan Gangrel. So there's different vampire clans, and this must be this guy's also 1100. Where's he at? He's in Africa. I think they need to work on the UI still a lot. With CK2, I feel like they got it down, but you know, that game's like $200 if you buy all the DLC. Each character in vanilla and in this has, you know, the dynasty, which we just looked at, and then it also has their religion. This person's an Inharjar, and this is like their beliefs. They're warmongers. So this tells you what it has. Rulers have a conquest, Casabella against neighboring rulers, blah, blah, blah. Gruesome festivals. So we earn piety when we execute people. So we're into like sacrifices and stuff. And conviction and self-control. These are just like different bonuses. So makes calm. If they're calm, it's a virtue, blah, blah, blah. And so these are bad things you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to be compassionate, cynical, wrathful, or gluttonous. You know, you're virtuous if you're these things. These are the different like crimes, and you can change this stuff if you create your own religion or join a different religion. These are the holy sites. I didn't even look at this last time. What are my holy sites? So Upland, and when I used to play CK2, I would often start here in the vanilla version as a Viking, because this is a good start. You can take over like the whole area. But holy places, if they're controlled by your religion, give you bonuses to piety and stuff. And that's what these things up here are. This is your like monthly income. This is your prestige, which is, you know, how well known you are. And they have two things. There's like fame and prestige there. So fame being like how you're known around the world. And then you have piety, and then there's devotion, which is how devoted you are to the religion. And in the vanilla version, you know, your people die because they age and they get old and they die. In this one, the whole point is to not let your vampire die, because it weakens you greatly, and the older your vampire is, the more powerful they are. And how you can tell that is this. We're almost to this. Well, we'll go to this thing first. As you go to your lifestyle here, and if you click on these things, it has like the different abilities you have. So she already comes with these advanced ones down here, but she doesn't have these other things, and they give you different abilities. So she doesn't have that many starting abilities, but she does have like this whole thing. So she has all of these already. And so, you know, and this one is brutal feed. In mere seconds, you swallow torrents of blood while mauling your victim. The result is efficient if messy. You can now use your new feeding method in the heat of battle and can disguise the mangled remains of the victim. I don't know what that's going to do in combat, but it's there. And I actually think these are different than last time I played. Maybe there was an update. So she has like this animalism. She has all this stuff. So she gets all these abilities. But if you look at a 1200-year-old vampire, they are going to have like probably almost every ability in the game already. So for me, what that means is I want to kill those people. You don't have to do it that way, but that's the way I do it. is I try to murder everybody who's older than me, including people in my own house. So if we look at this house again, oh wait, it's this button. Everybody up above me on this tree needs to die. These people need to die too. And these people, you know what? Just everybody needs to die. That's how it's gonna, that's the only way it's gonna play out. I still don't know why these people are gray. Like why they have a gray background compared to these other people. Like that guy's got one. If I click on him, it will tell me. And these are all their different abilities, but it doesn't tell you all, like 100% what they have. I don't know. He's got 0. Is he asleep? He is. So I was trying to look at this last time. Is that what this person is there? Are they asleep? She's pretty cool. Daughter of Freya is her title. Yeah, I don't know why these ones have gray. This person's gray because they're dead. She's my aunt. Where am I? Am I in this list? No. Well, there's +3 siblings. I was thinking maybe I'm related to them. So normally, in normal CK3 vanilla, which I'll just call vanilla from now on, in vanilla, you know, you have your actual kids. So if you get married and you have kids like standard humans do. In this, you can't have kids because you're a vampire. And how you get kids, and you can click on yourself, is you turn them into vampires. So I have these three people I've turned into vampires. And this is somebody, so I have a sibling, which means my father, which is the person who turned me into a vampire, also turned one other person into a vampire. And the main way you make alliances, pretty much the only way, is through marriage. And when you start any CK game, vanilla or not, it has these things that are available at the top. And these are things you need to do before you unpause the game. And there was one last thing. This is your culture. And your culture is pretty much your tech tree. And I'm not the head of my culture right now, so I can't click on this stuff. But if I was to be the leader of my culture, then I would be able to pick what we're researching. And I think there's a little bug on this mod where it's supposed to show the leader down here of the culture, and it's not. It usually says, maybe it says it over here. Or maybe it hasn't picked one yet. Maybe because I haven't unpaused the game, it's still got to pick one. But back to this dude. So he's in a torpor. He's asleep. And so what that means is he's like pretty much out of the game. So it's right down here. Torpor is merely a deep sleep of status compared to the sleeping vampires normally experienced during the daylight hours. The length of torpor depends on the vampire's humanity or path rating and can last from a day to over a millennium. It is stated that ancient vampires often feel the need to enter voluntary torpor, also known as the sleep of ages. So this dude's asleep, but he could wake up at any time and throw the whole fucking world into chaos, because he's going to appear in someone's court and maybe want to rule there, you know, because he's an ancient, powerful vampire. And there's supposedly werewolves in this too, and I always talk about how I hate werewolves in video games, so my hatred for werewolves pays off in this game because I just kill them on sight. I've never actually seen a werewolf in this game. There's also like mages and stuff. And this whole game takes place in like a behind the scenes of the world. And so this is what these two things are here. The Masquerade, and this is all based on the pen and paper role-playing game, by the way. The Masquerade is how well you're hiding from the real world of humans and stuff. So this whole map and everything is your hidden, all these are hidden empires. And you got to keep staying hidden, or you'll be found out by the normal humans, and they'll kill you. And this is how hungry you are. And how you get blood is basically you kill people for it, and you can kill other vampires too. So let's go through these things real quick to see what I need to set up before I unpause the game. And I already know some stuff I'm going to do here. So this is a hold a grand sacrifice. So this is going to give me piety, I believe. And that's piety. We need piety to... So it's against the laws of my clan for me to drink the blood of other vampires until they die. Um, but if I do that, I can get more abilities unlocked. So I'm gonna break that law as much and as fast as possible. But I need piety to do that. Um, so yeah, we get piety if we do this. We can hold the grand sacrifice, but it costs prestige, which is up here, and we get 0.5 prestige a month, and we get 1 piety a month. You need like 500 piety to be allowed to drink the blood of another vampire. So I need to like stockpile piety as fast as possible. And this only comes around every 10 years. Generally, you want to have somebody in your prison while you're doing this so that you can throw them, you can sacrifice them. But I want to do this fast. I want to be. So when I started this when I played this last time I streamed, I made a lot of mistakes, and the mistakes were I wasn't aggressive enough in doing stuff, and I think they fixed some of the AI being too placid and just sitting around. The AI is very aggressive in this. Holy shit, they were all over me, like, I don't even know. Normally when I played this other person without streaming, it's very cakewalk, just relax. The AI will make alliances and stuff. Not this time, so I'm actually going to do this immediately. Even though I don't have anybody to sacrifice, we can sacrifice like an animal or something. So in this game, vanilla or this, when you get these events, and because I clicked that and I spent the 200, this event happens. And so all those smaller festivals are held for many occasions throughout the year. Once a decade, the Eisenharjar of Hologalon came together for a grand ceremony and, most importantly, a grand sacrifice. Though plentiful blood is shed for beasts, the meat of the offering goes to the faithful. Such a rich feast usually makes for an incredible party. Of course, such an affair is expensive, and certainly not all Einharjar need to be invited. So it's saying, who do you want to invite? And I only got 48 bucks. I probably should have waited on this. Yeah, this is too expensive. Let's wait. And what it said is it's going to appear. So I'm going to let this sit here until I get some cash. And this is your monthly income. There's ways we can improve that. And in fact, well, let's do these things first. So it's saying, so because of how my succession works, and most of the vampires are this way, you can go in your succession and look what your laws are. So I have equal, so men and women are equal in succession, and then progenitor, my oldest child inherits all. But we also have like this kind of diplomatic thing, and I like to role play. When I play games like this, especially CK3, and so I'm gonna make a anti-man group, and that means we're gonna try to use all the males as beasts to feed on even vampires. And I'm actually gonna. She's a different. I didn't notice this last time, but she's actually a different faith than us. And so maybe I'll vote for my grandmother. She's really old, and so this is only if I die. She's an evil adventurer. She's pretty fucking good though. So I'll vote for her. She looks like she can kick some ass too. I mean, I'm gonna try to kill her at the same time. Let's look back over to here. So that's her right there, Brunhilde, the Valkyrie, and this is me down here. So I'm gonna make her my heir. So what happens is if I get killed, I start playing as her. So let's go back to this. Nominate, and I'm gonna vote for her. And because of my voting strength too, it will adjust. But so in reality, because she's 1,200 years old, she's gonna be more powerful than me. If I die, I'll actually get a better character. So normally in Crusader Kings that isn't the case, but this is weird. But I'm gonna still try to kill her off because I'm playing a character. I'm role playing. The reason I picked her though is I don't want this different religion to get in here. We're gonna work hard to making the whole world this religion too. And if you want to see what the world's religions are, you can go down these map filters and go under faith. Oh, and this actually has the holy sites on them. That's a vast improvement over CK2. So this is where we want to conquer these. I mean, we want to conquer the world. But so this is we actually have a nice chunk of area that's our religion. These are places that are in conflict, like their leader or something. Yeah, it has a different religion, but we're actually okay there. You have all these different map filters. I would recommend totally to play around with them if you've never played CK3 or this mod. Um, One of the things that's interesting is cultures. We are Norse, so we don't have any culture anywhere. So that's going to be one of the first things we're going to want to do is change the culture to ours. And they'll get, so they get, this land gets this Norwegian culture, which is what I was talking about here. So they're going to have different culture, different stuff here. So they will get their tech tree, and we want them to get our tech tree because we'll be able to pick and whatever. We just want it to be our tech tree because that's how it is. And what is this one? Houses. This will be the different houses rule what. This is actually, they're part of our house. We could try to marry into this house instead of Tarajan. Who runs this place? Let's go back to here. This is that one dude. Man, they were just destroying. And this guy's 373. This guy must be ancient again. Yeah. I think the issue is the game won't let you have characters over the certain age. Hey, there's Broomhilda. Man, Midgard's gonna be rough to take on. Let's see if we can marry this dude. You want a strong person allied. Well, that's actually not true. In this for this particular person, it seems like. Well, so let's talk about this first. You can look at your military strength. You also can go over to here, and you can see how many levies. Levies are pretty shitty in this mod. In the normal one, they're useful. They're in this, it's on purpose. They're supposed to be like normal humans that are fighting for you, and you got vampires. So your champions should be vampires, but they might not all be. How you can tell if they're vampires, you can just click on them and it says they're a vampire right there. So this guy who's my spy master is one of my champions, and he's got 31 prowess. This dude is my marshal. He's the bitter Viking. And these are guests and Baroness, whoever. She's a vampire, but she is young as shit, so she's gonna be weak as fuck. We'll let her survive for as long as possible. And who's this person? They hate her guts. It's a mortal, a wise woman. So there's your champions, and your champions are much more powerful in this compared to vanilla. Then they also have these are like your conscript, or not conscripts. These are men at arms that you keep around at all times. As they get wounded, they'll slowly fill up, and so they're actually okay in this mod. In the normal one, they're really good compared to levies. Levies are like medium. These are really good, and these are okay, or these are really good as well. In this one, these are really good. These are meh, and these are suck. So, and this has their stats down here. So when you go over and you look at yourself, you can see that I have, 310 levies, 300 whatever, and then 6 champions. And if you want to look at someone else, you can hover over this and it will tell you the same shit. So he has Drizhina. I don't know what those are. Let's pretend we're going to create one of these and see if we can make Drizhina. We can. I don't know what those are. That must be some special thing he has, and he's a different clan, or a different, not a clan, a different type of vampire, is why he's so ugly. And I was originally going to marry him, but maybe we should try to marry him Midgard. This guy's ancient. They have more troops, they have more champions. Mangolnals, whatever those are, oh, I mean, I know what those are. They're like catapults. And so they help you with sieges and Bondi. I don't know what those are. Do I have those? Yeah, I do. They're like spearmen. They're a class of freelanders, often competent sailors that use long ships to trade or go Viking. They fight using shield and shields and spears. So let's compare them. They're like a 14, 18, 12. What are these guys? Bigman. And they need to update these pictures because they throws me off when they have swords and shields in their archers. So my guys are just archers. 18, 20. What is this one again? Pursuit. So these guys are better at pursuit. My guys are better at screening and damage. They're skirmishers. Huh. So let's go back to here. So lifestyle, I still have to pick one of these. So these are the standard vanilla stuff. And so in the normal game, you could learn a lot of these things. But in the vampire game, it takes a very long time for you to learn stuff. But since you live forever, you know, you gotta take the time. It doesn't really matter that much. But it says right here that you get bonuses to these. But the main thing we're gonna want is more leaders. Because the more commanders we have, the more effective our armies are gonna fight. So that's the first thing we're going to look for is ways to make leaders. And I know that this one of these has it. Get out of here, tooltip. Yeah, +2 knights is if I study this way. But let's see if there's another way to get there. Going through these real quick. I think that's probably the fastest way. Yeah. So we're gonna do gallant. And for prowess, let's do, I might switch this later to increase control. But this is her stats over here. So she has 15. So vampires usually aren't very good on their stats. Their stats kind of suck. But once again, you have forever to improve them as long as you don't die. And that's unlike the real game, the vanilla game. These stats go up like a lot, not quickly, but compared to this mod quickly. But then your guy dies and you have to restart with a new person. I'm gonna do prowess right now. I may switch it to martial. Prowess is how good they fight in personal combat. Martial is how good they are at leading. She's got a 15. Actually, no. Let's do martial. And I'm gonna have her lead armies, and she might actually get permanent martial every once in a while because she's studying this. And she'll get 7 experience a month. That experience, once it gets to a certain level, which is up here, which is 1,000. I'll be able to pick one of these. I'm going to pick Stalwart Leader. And for these ones, she'll also get experience just through drinking blood, which we're going to get to the blood drinking part. We need to drink a human up pretty bad. We're not pretty bad. We're only hungry level 1, but I like to have hungry level 0. This is your stress, and as the more, it's like literally the stress on your character from ruling. And the more it goes up, the more shitty your character becomes. So you want to not have any stress if possible. And being hungry gives her a little bit of bonus stress. And stress happens from events and whatnot. So we're not married. Let's see if we can marry this one dude. I'm going to maybe try to get into Midgard here. And you can right click on people and it will give you options. Doesn't look like he'll marry me for some reason. You know what we could do though? Wonder what, is he already married? No, he's my great grandfather, so maybe he won't marry me. Propose alliance. This is what he thinks of you. So if you hover over, like, there's tooltips all over this game, so you gotta be prepared for the tooltips too. He likes me because we're in the same dynasty. Religious relations is the same. Convicted and self-control. That's some, I don't know what that is. Convicted fellow, self-controlled fellow. Those are like those are these things, and I think. No, I don't know what those are. I thought those were these things. Maybe that's something that we get at Valborg. No, that's my name is Valborg. Crooked Eye. I don't know. Oh, I'm a famous champion. I'm a legendary blade master too. Huh. I don't know where that convicted thing is. Convicted. Uh, I don't know why. There's gonna be all sorts of stuff. Where does it say? Vampires lose an pirate from serious wounds or killing more than a pirate from frenzying. Oh, that must be. So it's a doctrine we have. Aren't we the same religion? Yeah. So that must be some doctrine that we have. So that's why we get plus to that. Personal diplomacy, which we could and prove he's brave, I'm brave. He doesn't like me because I'm or because I'm missing an eye. He thinks I'm ugly, and I'm scarred. I'm still not sure why he won't marry me. Probably because he's my great grandfather. Like they're not. I mean, I don't know. You can marry your kids in the vanilla version. I'm pretty sure. Um, you got to make or alliances, and you. That's a lot of vanilla is using your kids to get alliances. This not so much because um, maybe he's too high. I could try to romance him, murder him. We're definitely gonna be murdering people like crazy. Diablerize means to drink their blood until they die. All right, but he's not an option. So let's look at alliance power. Who's this? Small End, I think, is over here. I was all set on just marrying this dude again, but Duchy of Smallland. It's over here, huh? And we can see, oh yeah, he's got 1,200 dudes. Who is this guy? He's 420 years old. Whoa, dude. He's a thrifty clerk. He's a vampire, at least. Somewhere on here will tell me. Oh, he's a follower of Satit. That's weird. What's he doing up here? Usually they're down in Africa. So he's actually stronger than this guy and this guy. Interesting. How many leaders does he have? He's got 10 champions. Maybe I should marry this dude. And so the reason I'm picking someone to marry is just for alliances. That's the whole point of this, is to get a nice, good alliance so that if someone attacks me, he'll jump in. And he can run his troops all the way over here and fight. So you can, if you got in a war with somebody way over the fuck over here, you could walk your troops or take a boat all the way over there and fight the war. There aren't any barriers in this game to stop people from walking through borders. It's kind of a weird. I kind of feel like they should have some diplomatic consequences if you like walk through here to get to here to fight a war. This person say like, "What the fuck are you doing, walking your troops through my land?" But the idea that you got to put in your head is that the land is so vast and it's so underpopulated that you can march an army through and no one would notice. You just take the back roads. This guy is not much of a fighter. He's cynical, but he's actually the strongest dude around. These guys also rolled through some shit over here. Wow, he really is the strongest dude around. He's a duchy tier realm. I think that's what I am too. Yeah, there's no kings or anything yet. And so duchy tier means that there's why can't I remember below? What's it below? County tier maybe? I can't remember what's below it. Oh, one last thing we got to talk about over here. This is your soldiers we're talking about. This is what quality they are, and they get better quality by standing around doing jack shit. This is your holdings and how many you have. So I have one holding currently. I officially only rule this land, and then I'm a duchess. So then these people are my vassals, and if we click on them, it shows that they're my vassals. And so they have to give me their troops. Basically, if we look on here, we can see how many troops I get from them. So my vassals, we get 93 troops from them. And if you make them happy, they'll give you troops. And if you have laws and stuff, so they have to give me 10% of their troops and 10% of their money every month. That's the same with everybody who's a vassal of mine. They have different rules depending on what type of vassal. So these are counts. These people are this person and this person. And if you go down a little bit, let's look at mine actually. Whoa. I get used to playing games where right click drags the map around and then I do that. So this person here is a baroness. So this is the county I run, but it has like subsections. So there's a temple area, there is a city area, and then there's my castle holding. And these are like the different things. So if we look at each of them, this is the taxes I get per month. This is the loot it's worth if someone comes over and attacks it. This is how many levies I got here, 217. And this is the supply limit. That's like how many troops you can have in the area. And this is the castle level. That's how long it takes to siege the place. And I have a castle level 1. And this is a building I have in here, which gives me +3 tax to improve. And we're going to change that in a minute. We're still thinking about marriage here. I know you're like, holy shit, you've been talking for 40 minutes and you haven't even unpaused the game yet. It's okay. And if you're experienced with this game, you'll know what I'm doing here. You got to look at all this stuff. And if you're in chat, you can definitely put in any of your input if you'd like to the starting of the game. So anyways, she's a vassal as well. So if we go back to this thing, we can look at our vassals again. And so we get like a little bit of troops from them. But you know, if we look at ours, if we look at that, we're getting 200. If we click on here again, we're getting 200 from here. And so it would be we would sure get a lot more troops if we just own these outright, and we can own up to 3 counties. And that's what this is telling. And we're a duke level, so we get a +2 in our stewardship skill, which sucks. If I'm pretty sure it's 0. No, that's diplomacy. Our stewardship is 8. So if we like, so back to this thing, what we already picked, we could pick stewardship and then try to learn about more stewardship. And the reason we would do that is so that we could have more counties. But currently we only have 1 of 3. So it's kind of in our best interest right now if these guys revolt so we can put them to the sword and take their county. And that actually happened in my last stream. Both these dudes revolt. I just sorted them to death and got this, and then I was able to get the you know, they can have 178 here, so that gets added to mine, and they got 400 here. Holy shit. That's way better than my 200. All right, so next thing you also can build stuff in here. And one of the things we're going to do is build this right away. So in duchy building, so in normal counties, you only have a certain number of these. You see, and this is the little, this makes you jump between the map areas there. So I got 4 slots to build stuff. She's got 3 in there, and she's got 3 in there. If we look at this guy, he's got 4 slots. They might have made this all 3. And there's no holding here, so you could build some, like a castle or something there if you wanted. They may have made this all uniform. A lot of times they're different. But they have the ability to build 4, and I only have the... See, I only can have 3. They've got 4 here. So these are actually better... These are better counties than mine. But if we look at this guy, he's got even another slot. This is a slot for a duchy and a kingdom. So we want to take this as fast as possible. And then we should probably move our capital to here as fast as possible. But in the meantime, let's go back to here. Back to here, I mean, we can build this. And what this does is it's going to give us more taxes, more garrison, and more levies. Our development goes up. Development increases your, just hover the, see, it increases your levies, taxes, supply. Everything is improved with development. They have a negative opinion for some reason. It will tell me here. There's some sort of bad thing. Oh, it's this. So this actually has a negative. This building has a +3 to tax, but a negative to opinion. -5 isn't bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad either. So this building gives you all of these bonuses, and it costs 100 prestige, and it takes 21 months. There's no reason not to build this, so I'm gonna build it immediately. And I was looking in some forum, and they were saying in vanilla and in this mod, or maybe it was just this mod, the NPC leaders won't build buildings, and you have to build it for them. But you have to pay with your stuff, like your resources. So generally, I don't do that and let them suffer. You don't want your vassals to get too good because they might revolt and kill you. So I only ever improve stuff that I know I'm going to keep. So if I die, which is a vampire one, so I shouldn't die. I mean, it's possible, but the goal is not to die. My vampire grandmother, the Valkyrie, will inherit this land. And we can look at how that works once again. If we go back to here and we go to succession, it will show. It's currently, when I unpause it, she'll be voted in, I'm pretty sure. But if not, then this dude will inherit it. I don't know who he is. He's just some dude somewhere. Oh, he's actually a duke somewhere. Here's his flag. Where is he? Sometimes it's... Oh, he's too far away to... He's way the fuck over here. Guess he did some traveling before he settled down. Alright, where were we with the 9,000 things? Okay, we were trying to decide who to get married. If we say relative alliance power, this guy is by far... This is the guy I married before because I was thinking... he's strong just because of the size of his land, but he's not that strong. I think I'm gonna marry this dude. Hopefully, so this is a long walk, though. I would have liked to marry this guy, but it won't let me. It's probably because... Or I'm doing something wrong. Oh, wait. Am I doing this wrong? There we go. No. He's not on this list, I don't think. What is this guy's name again? I know he's like my grandfather, but... His name is All High Water Broken Hersire. Jesus Christ. What does he look like? I'm pretty sure you would, I don't know. I feel like this is different than it used to be. Let's look and see if we see his picture in here. I don't see him in here. Opinion of you. We know it's a 44, then we would show up here. He's not on here. Oh no, probably because he's my great-grandfather. I mean, that makes sense, right? The reason why I originally married this guy is because he's a neighbor, and that keeps him from attacking me as well. It's tempting to do that again, but he's got 600 compared to this guy's 1,200. And 10 champions. This dude was just in fucking war after war, too. I only played like 10 years of the game, and it was just constant war. His house has got kind of a cool thing. Alright, no, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna try to... What is this thing? Oh, it's treasury. It's weird. Oh, okay, I can. It does do that. He's gonna accept, but we want matrimonial. Sorry, returnal. So all of the... We're not gonna have kids, but when we turn people into vampires, they'll all go to me, not to this dude. I guess I'll do this. He is an ugly fucker, but I'll double check one more time that we can't marry someone. One more time here. I'd rather do this squat guy because then he's close, and then we can pick on this dude. I'd rather do this guy. That's basically what I'm saying there. Oh no, he's right here. Oh, he will not accept. Alright. That is why. It probably would have told me why he won't accept, but it's such a dilemma. How's this guy looking? He's got 600. Let's look at my wars here. I'm going to declare war on this guy right off the bat. He doesn't have any allies yet. When I unpause it, that can change. He's 270 years old. He sucks at that stuff. He's got 6 champions. He's got a mixture of those Vigman and Bondi. Let's just do this guy. When I say do, I mean marriage, which I guess implies that, yes, the doing will be happening. I don't know if this actually matters in this one, because it's the vampire one. But whatever. They'll be born in House Odin. Yeah, we want them to be born in House Odin. Chance of children, none. We're both vampires. We're going to get 150 prestige. He's going to get 300 because he is not as high as rank, or he might not be considered a nobleman. But I still can't decide. This guy got stomped so many times, I kept having to go over and save his ass. And he's actually would be a good person to pick on to take some of his... We're going to want some of his stuff. Look at how young that vampire is. Alright, we'll just do it with this guy way down here. And he will do it. We want this thing turned on. This usually you can't do this in vanilla. It's very rare that they'll agree to that because they don't want the kids to go over to... Because the kids from... So in vanilla, like if one person dies, all of their kids inherit shit, and it would like inherit into your line. And it's all about inheriting in this game. Who inherits what? Well, in vanilla it is. In this, it's more about holding on to what you have and killing. So these are the wars I can declare. I don't want to declare a war right this second. These are I'm first in line for these different counties because of their rules. So that's actually Broomhilda is, if she dies, so if we kill her off, which we should do, because she's older than us, this much more powerful. We want her to die, even though she's my heir. We would inherit all of these counties from her. And you can have more, but up here, you can have more, but it really fucks your... you get debuffs, so you only want to have a few. And then we're in fourth line for these ones, so I don't even care about that. And so if you right-click, these things will go away, and then you don't have to look at them anymore. There's an active election, which we already voted, so we can get rid of that. And it's telling that we don't have enough champions. And it says knights in this one. That's just because of where you are. Depending on where you are and your like culture, they'll be called different things. They're just called knights here. None of these people are very good, but what are you going to cost me? 10. Yeah, these people suck. Let's finish looking around what other things we got to do here. And maybe we can get something better. I always bump this up. The more powerful your crown authority is, the more. So currently they just get a plus 10 opinion of me because I'm like kind of like, just do whatever you want, guys. I don't give a fuck. Here I'm kind of saying that, hey, look, I can revoke titles. I can take your vassalage away. You have to give me at least 5% of your levels and 2% of your income. And what happens here is if they don't like you, they don't give you the shit. So right now they all like me. But if they didn't like me, they just say, no, I'm not giving you troops or money. Fuck you. But this is saying that they have to give me no matter what, 5% or 2, but it's going to cost me 138 prestige to go up to here. I'm going to do it. I almost always do this right off the bat. That's going to piss these people off. They lose that plus 10. In this one, in vanilla, a lot of times, you know, I build up the relationships. In this one, not so much. The longer I rule, the more they like me. And also, I just kill them. If they get a problem, I just put them to the sword, drink their blood. That is the point. All right, so, and then install someone. Like I said, I'm going to role play as, we don't want any male leaders. We're going to kill these guys off anyways. And we're going to replace them with, we're going to replace them with ladies. And we already looked at military. We're gonna look at our council. So when this marriage goes through, and I can't remember if the vampire one does this, but in vanilla, you get your spouse's abilities get added to yours, and you can pick how they help you. And this one I can't remember. Once this marriage happens, we'll be able to look if I remember. So my court chaplain is currently has a 9 learning, and we're gonna see if we have someone better. She is a powerful vassal. That's what that little fist means. Who is she? Like what? Where does she live? Oh, she's the court chaplain of like one of these areas. She's not really that powerful, but she's marked off as a powerful vassal. So we're gonna click on this learning thing here. So there's a person who's better. My stewardess, not like the person on a plane. I don't know. I don't know if they have, if that's how. I think Crusader Kings would change this to stewardess, but I don't know. Maybe not. Baroness, stewardess. Anyways, she's got a 2 at this. She sucks at this. Let's swap her. So she's now my court chaplain, and she has. You want them to like you. Almost always in vanilla or this, you want your. Sorry, I got like a tickle in the back of my throat. Your religious people to like you because they have a lot of power. You know, they control the religion. And what is she doing here? Religious relationship or fabricate claim. Fabricate claim is you can have them like look through the records to try to, oh, hey, it turns out that you're related to this person and you actually have a claim on this thing. It's not that important for this in the vampire one, because you can for this group, maybe it's different ones have different things. You can declare war on anybody for anything. It just costs you piety and stuff. All right, so this guy is also terrible at his job. Let's see. He's not a powerful vassal. He's just some dude. And if we click on him, he might even be a human. Yeah, he's just some human. Is this person a human? No. He's just some human who sucks at everything. Look at it. Look at his face. He's innocent. So this means that he doesn't know about the masquerade. He just thinks that you're just like some weird lady with a patch who, you know, never goes out during the day, and he gives you his chancellor advice, but he is awful. So we're gonna see who do we got more betters. We have this person. She hates my guts, and I don't know why she does. Why does she hate me so much? Oh, she knows about this religion, and she thinks it's evil. Male dominated. Why does it say male dominated? Oh, she wants it to be male dominated? Okay. All right. So she hates my guts. And I don't. So people hate your guts are not going to be good in your, like, if she liked me a little bit, or just if she didn't like me just a little bit, I wouldn't worry about it that much. But negative 100, there's no way it's like digging a hole. I should just kill her. In fact, I'll probably just drink her blood. I'm hungry anyways. Let's just kill her. It'll take me 95%. We're going to hunt her. It says a 95% chance. Oh, predicted secrecy 95. I was like, what? So I do need someone to hunt, so I'll hunt her. And that means that the only person next is my guest here for quality, and then my marshal. And my marshal is a 4 in both of those. So let's look if we can replace my marshal with someone better. Yes. My chancellor. Wait, that one dipshit's got a 10. And my spy master's got a 5. God, my people suck. So this guy, we'll swap these two is what we'll do. That's blowing my mind. I mean, that's only gonna get me a 4 here. And if the better these guys are, the more bonuses and buffs you get as time passes. The worse they are, the more debuffs and bad shit happens to you. But we'll swap them. And so now this guy who was that human dipshit is now my marshal, and this guy is now with his 4. Jesus Christ. And so 4, and we're not going to switch these guys again. Well, maybe we will. Let's see who, for steward. What do we got for steward? We got an 8 here for guest, or one of my guests. This is also immortal. She's ugly. She's 20. She looks like she's 100. Whoa, she is ugly. Wow. All right. She's a blade master. I'm gonna see how much it costs to recruit her. $10. So it might be worth recruiting her because she also will become a champion. This person's a powerful vassal though. So let's see who she actually is. She's a baroness. I don't give a fuck about baronesses, so I might actually hire this person for the $10. I'll also get a champion. 8 sucks. 8 is bad, but it's better than none. And what is your prowess? Yours is a 12, so you also can stick around here. This person's gonna be all pissed off because I fired her. We're gonna recruit her to court. Yep. And this person's stoked because I hired her. And then let's check my spy master with 1. All right, so this is the powerful vassal I just fired, and she actually has an 8. So we'll assign her here, and then it will make that person less unhappy. Like, she's now happy again. And she's also intimidated by me. So dread is another thing you got. And I don't know, I don't remember where it marks it, if it even tells you. It's right here. Basically, this person's a 22-year-old vampire. This is a 400-year-old vampire. People are going to be scared. They're going to be like, oh, shit. So we got dread on that person. So I just went through my whole council and made sure they're at their best, which isn't very good. This is a shitty council. If you're playing vanilla, you would be horrified by this. And you would probably have all of these people killed. But that's what we're stuck with, and they're vampires, so they'll live forever until they die in combat or they're assassinated. And that's going to happen quite frequently. So we're going to double check what they're doing. This person is going to religious relations, which basically just gives me more piety, which is fine. Foreign affairs, this person is going to be assigned to bring in .2 diplomacy, or make the direct vassals like me more, or foreign affairs. They're gonna make other people like me more. The thing is, I want these people to revolt so I can take their county. Right now, it's not legal. Well, sorry, no, it's legal. Let's look. There's no title selected. So this is an act of tyranny. This is all of your subjects. So you always gotta read these things because this is all of your subjects. It doesn't say all, but it means all of it. Well, like me by 20, -20, and this stuff starts stacking up. So it's you kind of want the. I could just say, hey, give me that shit, but he's gonna rise up in rebellion. All my other subjects are gonna hate me. My council's gonna start hating me, and it just kind of snowballs. So instead of revoking it for no reason, I'm gonna wait until he breaks a law, and then revolts, and then we'll just kill him, and we'll take it. So we'll keep this on foreign affairs. So we don't want the domestic. We don't want domestically. We don't want their opinion to go up. We want it to go down. Her job is currently improve taxes or promote culture, which is what we want her to do. We want her to convert this to our culture. Currently nowhere is our culture. Oh, that's probably why this doesn't have a leader. We have no culture anywhere. But once we get some culture somewhere, we'll get a leader, and it will probably be her. See, I think she's cool as fuck looking. I don't know. She just looks, she's got that patch, she's got scarred face, like she's ready to fucking fight. Alright. Well, who's up next? This guy. Organized levies means you get more troops. Down here, you can have them train commanders. I'm gonna have him train. No, I'm gonna wait on him. We're gonna look at some other stuff first. This person's gonna disrupt schemes, which means that they're gonna try to stop people from like doing schemes, which is like murder and stuff like that, um, in my land. Or you can have them support schemes if I'm like trying to scheme to do something like murder someone. Or I'm gonna have them find secrets. And basically, what find secrets means is they're gonna try to find secrets. It's not well implemented in uh, Crusader Kings Vanilla. I think it's really poorly done actually. But I always have them find secrets. And remember, I want this one. Actually, I want her to do it. Let's have her do it on this one. It's um, a better spot. If you know, like I could find a secret, I could probably. Oh, this guy hates me. Wonder why. I took him off the council or something. Um, yep, he wants a council seat. He's not going to get one. I want him to revolt, remember? It'd be better if one revolted at a time. It'd be easier to kill him. Um, so she's going to find secrets. It's going to do this for me, too. It almost always finds, like, how they feed. And what else we got to do here? Intrigue, we're not going to... It doesn't matter right now. We're going to kill that lady. That's fine. Factions. Who is this person? I don't know why she can't join a faction, but there's none there yet. And then we have decisions, which we shouldn't really have. We can hold this grand sacrifice, but we don't have the money right now. Customize your character, invite champions. That will give us more champions. Invite claimants. Not really worth it in this one. Go on pilgrimage, which will increase our piety. And search for a physician, which isn't really necessary for vampires. In the vanilla game, you always want to have a physician. Alright. So I'm going to unpause it. Speed the game up to 4 here. And actually, I'm going to go smoke real quick. Then I'll unpause it, and I'll leave her up. Oh, we got to get her consorts anyways. These are her, like, concubines. They're dudes, though. I mean, she's only got a couple choices here. And, oh, we got to do another thing before I unpause it, too. So basically, they're unwilling lovers. And they're both humans. So let's see. So, yeah. Serves as a concubine, but believes in monogamous true faith. So he's not really into that. He doesn't like being that. Doesn't matter. I'm a vampire. He's just a fucking mortal. We're gonna show him. And I'm gonna go smoke. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. I should have put a timer up here, but I haven't done it yet. Like I said, less than 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll look at what we're gonna do to that guy. He's gonna be our blood cow. We're just gonna drink his blood all the time. All right, give me 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. All right, I just got raided while I walked away. Um, Thank you for the raid, nerdy northerners. I just took a quick break, and thank you for the follow too. Um, Playing the Prince of Darkness mod here, and I was just going to go over. Yeah, thank you for the follow, Wicked Ways. How is your night going? I was just going to go over how I am going to turn these people into cattle for me here. You can right click on them and go to Hertify, but it's bugged. I found this out last time. Go to this and... Oh wait, you gotta Hertify them first. Go to this and Hertify, and it just takes a while. Um, from there, once they're Hertified, we can do stuff to them. And I don't have... There's no one else who can be in my consort yet. So we'll get time. And now I'm gonna finally unpause it. For real this time. Alright, so this dude who has all the troops agreed to the marriage, which we knew was going to happen. And then Ragnarok. Longo from the Mortal... Who is this guy? I literally just unpaused from the original setup, so it's going good. It always takes me like an hour to set everything up. I've played this mod a bunch. I've never played as this person, except last stream I did, and I fucked it all up, so I just restarted. I don't know who is this person. Oh, this is my great-grandfather. This is the guy down here who wouldn't marry me. So, long ago from the mortal mines, the Norse faith still existed for vampires of Scandinavia. Its proponents, the fierce Hardjar, cling to their beliefs, but hope is fading fast. All High Warder and the leaders of the Valkyries, Ulstalter, have retreated in the depression and near stupor. Some continue to fight, though, like Brunhilde, who just... Remember, that's my grandmother, and me, Crooked Eye, try to destroy the invading Christian vampires led by Hardister Get. One glimmer of optimism for the Eigenhard is the newcomers are hardly a united bunch, squabbling among themselves, most notably in Denmark, which is divided among three pretenders. In the northwest, a band of callous Führers, calling themselves the Bar Sinister, have staked a dubious claim on the barren land, but their new allies are foes. The last battle of Norse is drawing near, and the cross seems likely the clear favor once again. So this is the guy who they're talking about. Oh, well, let's pick this first. This is going to be the way that you feed, basically, on to get blood. And I'm going to pick violence because of her improved prowess. It doesn't tell you that that's what that is, but I'm pretty sure that violence is what I want. And then it gives you these options. She can do... This will increase her prowess by 3, or this will increase her prowess by 2 and her intrigue by 1. I'm actually gonna do the extortionist one. So you also get these different traits, which actually will look... Well, let's look at those traits before we pick here. We're gonna get... Dominate was one of them, I'm pretty sure, or... Celerity. So this is like scheme stuff, and I actually like Dominate better. Where to go? It's right here. So that means you can like compel their minds, basically. And so that will unlock this ability. And we already have this advanced one, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, we don't have those. We only have these few. If you don't unlock these, you can't study them. But now I'll be able to study this one. And Clarity, I don't think is, or Celerity. Well, so in this, unlike vanilla, because your characters live forever, everyone's going to be trying to murder them. And so this is actually a pretty good way to slow down the murder. There's going to be schemes, and I didn't stream this, but I played someone over here once and was murdered within like a year. by other vampires. So maybe I'll pick this one. I'll go with Clarity. Celerity? I don't know. I need to learn how to pronounce things. I also get experience, though, with this one. I get gold. I'm going to go with Extortionist, because I already got a high power, so this will give me +1 intrigue, which my intrigue sucks. It's a 10. We can always get this from somebody else by drinking a vampire's blood. And all of the characters get this. Fearless Valborg. Ragnarok is coming, but you are more than ready to take advantage of it. There are plenty of opportunities for skilled warriors such as yourself. Some will call it a parody of the true Norse faith, but you prefer to call it a mere adaptation for changing times. For your beloved ship, the Red Thor, you're ready to pillage and plunder for fortune and glory. And if the old gods disapprove, they can come here and say it's your trusty hammer's face. Alright, so now the game's really started there. And so this is what the guy they're talking about who is new to the area. And that was the guy I was thinking about marrying, but then I married this guy down here. So we have an alliance with this guy. This guy doesn't have any alliances, but this is a better spot. He doesn't have any alliances. So we're not even gonna, we're gonna immediately go to war with this dude. What is this? Unread. I don't care about that one. It always says fabricate claims, but it's not that necessarily. What is this guy's name? Pack leader Dorstein the Grim. He's right here. If you click on that, it will tell you his strength versus mine. This includes your allies, though. So you could subtract that to get a guess. If you don't, you know, you can also click on yourself, and it says right there. So he's got 6 champions. Did we solve our champion issue? We did not. So I'm going to actually hire another person here. Man, they all suck, though. I'm going to hire him anyways. I just want to have a full roster of champions. And then we're going to immediately declare war on this guy. Like I said last time when I streamed this, and I played the same exact person, I was too passive at the beginning. The AI, they've improved the AI, I believe, since the last time I played. So we're going to go to declare war, and it's going to give us some options. We just want to conquer this county. This is that county that we looked at before that has the extra spot for king and whatnot. This is going to cost me 100 piety. That's weird. I guess we're going to have to do it. Oh, he's the same faith. Huh. So I could have fabricated... Well, what's this option? No, that's all I want. I could have also fabricated a claim, but that costs money and it takes a long time. So I'm going to... The thing it was telling me to do, fabricating a claim up here. Did I actually make that go away completely? No. The thing I made go away up here where it's saying fabricate claim. It takes too long and it costs money. So I'm going to pay the piety. But remember, generally I want to not do that because I need to save all my piety to get the blood drinking of other vampires going. But I'm going to start out immediately declare war on this guy. And your allies don't start out in the war with you. So I can call on him. What's going to cost me, though? It costs me 150 prestige. I don't want to do that just yet. I might be able to take this guy without it. So we're going to go here. We're going to do a new rally point. And we're going to raise all of my troops here. And so it's 600 versus 500. And we have more leaders, too. Oh, then my vote didn't pass like I wanted. Huh. I expected that vote to pass. So basically, we were trying to vote on Brunhilde to be in there, but she isn't even on this list anymore. After we unpaused it, something changed. Not the end of the world. We're a vampire. We're not supposed to die. We're not supposed to. It doesn't. Shouldn't. Air shouldn't matter, but it does. But oh, my consort got injured. Don't really care. All right. So I always check these. Not always, but generally at the beginning of a war, just to see. Man, this guy doesn't like me. Oh, this is the guy we want to revolt. We want his his county. This person died. That person died. That's fine. Now all we have to do is siege this. And when I get more money, I'm going to build a siege engine first. We can ally ourselves with this. We weren't already allied with you? We're married, aren't we? Oh, we can call my ally. Jeez. And then this war should be over pretty quick. He's going to come back. He's recovered. Now he's going to come back and fight again. We killed 2 of his champions, though. And are we leading this army? We are. Good. You don't always want to lead the army, but I'm pretty secure that she'll survive, because she can die in battle. Oh, he's coming at me from 2 sides, huh? That's not good. Our champion Bjorn ripped the head off somebody. My champion but then he was wounded. Oh well, there's nothing that can be done. Oh, our champion Baroness of whatever chopped the head off of that person, or ripped the head off of that person too. That's some brutal combat going on. Let's see here. It's because we're vampires. 2 more of them bit it. But Jorn's pretty fucked up. But our good guys are still up here. It's gonna be a bummer. We're gonna have to kill that guy. He's a good champion. And this is how far along the siege has gone. That little bar down there. So that's basically what we're waiting for. And like I said, last time I streamed it, I sped it up and then I wasn't paying attention and the whole world got fucked up. So I'm gonna keep it at the slower speed there. We uncovered a secret. Or no, we did not uncover any secrets. And so what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna send her, whoops, not in my court, to this other one. I want to see if we can just get any secrets. What was I paying? My house head has a weak hook in me. Yeah, we're gonna win this war without calling the ally. Alright, so this is the lady that didn't like me and I decided to eat her because of that. So this is what we're gonna do. We can let her go unharmed. We can take just a sip. And we get, so you see this stuff over here? This is experience you get from this. Take a drink. Wound her a lot. I am going to drink her completely to death. And there is a chance, 10% chance of the masquerade going up. And then remember, the masquerade is like how well hidden you are from the real world of finding out that you're a vampire. I'll take that chance. And so now I look like I just drank someone's blood, which was what I was going for. Alright, and that is the end of this war. See my blood stress is down. Blood hunger is 0 now, stress plus 10. And that's what I like to have it at. And we're going to enforce demands on this guy. And we got some more prestige. This is ours now. And I think what I should do, can we actually, yeah, we're going to add this guy. Oh, Bjorn. He's our fierce champion who was ripping people's heads off. He's now my consort. We're going to herdify him eventually. And we can disband all of our troops. And now we have low country control because we just took this over. So what we can do is go to our council, and it sucks. I like my marshal to be able to do one of these 2 things, but I want my control to go up fast on here. 1, 2, 3. What? Is that not the place I'm thinking of? control is 0. Why can't I? What am I doing here? What am I doing wrong? I don't care about this one. This isn't my land. That's my vassals. Not a valid target due to blank. There are a few bugs in this mod. They're usually not that bad. Oh, it said we got another holding too. Did we get 2 out of that? We did. That's never happened before. I guess when we took that one. Huh. That's fine. What is this one? I didn't even look at this one. Or is this just part of that one county? This is part of that one county. That doesn't matter. It's acting. Oh, I gotta give this to... I gotta make a baron is what's going on here. Yeah, Phil. The nerdy northerners raided me, luckily, out of kindness, and they helped me out with a couple of followers, too. One of them followed me, too. Or they followed me. I'm on my way to 50. So... I don't really want this. This is just some city holding. We want the castle, so I'm gonna give this to... Well, let's look at... I could give this to a low noble, or I can look at my court, and we can look to see if there's anybody I like. Remember, we're going with... Oh, I don't have anybody in here, actually. So I'm just gonna... This will generate a new person. It's just like some new random person is added to there. So... Who is this guy? He's a spineless lackey. Oh, that's what I like to hear. He's the same religion. And oh, and now look at it. He's got like the Captain America shield. All right. That was the other thing I was gonna do. So when you look at, see, there's different religions in this game, like we looked at earlier, and some of them are gonna be similar. But the way to think about it when you look at religion is that they're all against you, or they're just all against you at different levels. And so what I like to do a lot of times is see if I can demand people to always be my religion. He's already my religion. Like this guy is probably art. Oh, I can adopt his faith, but he doesn't have that option, doesn't look like. So I can't make him my faith. Oh yeah, this is the weird Satit guy. He's my weird husband Satit guy. I probably have to get a hook into him before I can try to convert him to my religion. But basically you want everyone to be, if they're in your court, to be in your religion. So like I usually just go through a lot of times and see if I can just demand. And we're hertifying someone already. When this hertify is done, we're gonna go to the next person. So that was it. That was the first battle. And I need more piety bad. So what is this gonna cost? Well, it's gonna give me 250 piety, and we need, and it gets us also 350 prestige. It costs 50 gold though. One of my counties. They'll like me more. I'm gonna do this even though I only have 71 gold. And every runestone tells the message of some significant event in the life of a commissioner. Of the commissioner. From the smallest peasant to a pack leader like myself, the stone records all. What should this monument speak of? We could talk about the person we just vanquished, which I think was the guy we just took out. Yeah, he is. You want me to pay how much for a giant painted boulder? We get back my money, or we could just say, hey, it's about that dude we just vanquished. And she looks... This is a weird time that this is happening because I just had her drink someone's blood, so... yeah, this guy he's just some dude now. He's a nobody. Now that I've decided what to put on my runestone, the question remains where to place it. Memorials to the victory, such as my triumph over Jorstein, are a constant reminder of war's glories, and they are best placed in areas that require encouragement to cooperate. Of course, one or two spots come to mind. I'm not quite sure what the name of these places are. I haven't really been paying attention. Come on, let me zoom in here a little bit. This is Nardernstern? I think Prima Warpshams. Where are these places? This is the one problem with this game is you start getting shit. Yeah, so this one's called Pardenheim. Let's put it there, I guess. I'm gonna move my capital there is the thing. In fact, I should probably move my capital here now. It has like shitty control though. Maybe I can put this guy in my control areas. Now, I don't know why it wouldn't let me before to do. There we go. I must have paused it too quickly. So he's going to raise the control up faster. It will do it on its own, but he'll do it faster. And then we also can do this, remember, and this is cost prestige. So we're going to build that as well. So, and eventually when we get to king level, we'll be able to build something there. And I do want to make this my capital because it's a better holding. It's got 4 slots. This place only has 3. But I think I'm going to wait a little bit until my control goes up because I don't want... If something bad happens, and like let's say something terrible happens and this gets taken, or a war happens and I lose something and I'm stuck with just this thing, with 0 control and all these issues, that's going to be bad. So I'm going to leave that until that goes up some more. Didn't I have somebody... doing something? Oh, okay, you still got 27 years left. Jesus fuck. Let's convert you to here. That's... I'm willing to lose the whatever we got. that tiny amount there. All right, we also have these other pre-built buildings. Low blood tax, +5 gold. That slows our development down. In fact, that actually might deaden our development. Let's look. Neighboring counties, currency will go up a tiny bit, but that actually is a bad building to have in here. I wonder if I should get rid of this. We want our development to continue to go up pretty regularly. What is this? Oh, that's the runestone. Why does it look like a little... To me, that looks like a hamster's head or something, or a beaver's head or something. And what is this one? So that's the same we had the other one. I'm tempted to make that... get rid of this one. It does give me a lot more gold though. All right, we'll leave it for now. Maybe the development will... Man, that's just plus 10% to 0. I think that's fucking me completely. Let's get rid of this. Oh, can I not get rid of this? Oh, I have to switch it to a different type of building. I forgot that that's a weird... That's a weird Crusader Kings thing, is you can't get rid of buildings. I thought they fixed that. I swear I read somewhere that they were like, yeah, we're gonna make it so you can get rid of buildings. Damn it, I shouldn't have constructed this first. I should have got rid of that one first. So the development is really important to have it be going up, even no matter how slowly. It's got to be going up some, but right now this one isn't going up at all because it has that low blood tax. And that's the one thing that I think is a detriment in this this mod is almost all the buildings have negative stuff to them. Like major negative stuff to them, and the development thing like can cripple your country. So make sure you look at that stuff when you're playing this mod. All right. we have unlocked Legacy of Odin. So this is not something I did, but remember we looked at this earlier. These are the different like perks that we got, and we got this one. So we get skirmisher damage. This was unlocked. I don't remember how. All the clans get, so it's when their renown goes up. That's what it is. And some AI character is paying for this stuff. If it was me, this will get changed, and I'll be able to do this at some point. It will allow you to pick what you want to buy. But right now, I don't have that ability because I'm not the top dog. And we have disabled buildings here because of something. It will, usually if you, yeah, see, it doesn't tell me why. Usually if you just wait a little bit, it'll go away. I just conquered this, so. We're gonna wait here. Not for long, though. We want our troops to come back. Ah! We made this guy into my herd. We herdified him, and so we're gonna go to the next guy and herdify him. And this is the part I was talking about with the bug. If you right click on this and go to manipulate vessel, it's not gonna give you it will give you the same choices, but they don't work the same way. So go right click on yourself and go to manipulate herd, and then click here, and then these are the choices you want to pick. And it will tell you what you get. So I'll get this phlegmatic resonance experience, and that's what I want to do. But and it will allow you to automatically feed. If you do it the other way, you gotta manually do it all the time. Maybe that's a person. Maybe it's not a bug. It's just allowing you to do that. Basically, you can accidentally drink your people to death, though. And this dude, I don't want to drink him to death. I just want him to be my person that I sip from and get some experience. So that's what we're gonna do with that guy. That's why we keep him around. That's why we turn him into a consort, is so that we can drink his blood. All right, so this is good news. Remember, we want these guys to revolt against us, so we can put them to the sword, and we can take these, and then we can also give these to loyal followers if we want. So we wanted this guy to create a faction, and we can look at the faction right here, and they will go to war with us once their military power crosses this line. Then it starts like ticking down once they're strong enough to do an ultimatum. The thing is, last time I didn't take this so quickly. The revolt came first, so I don't know. We may, this is going to slowly go up as my control goes up. So this may actually outpace their ability to grow their troops, but so maybe we'll have to like torment them or something. But that's why we also sent the lady down here. Man, I thought this was just a white flag, but there's actually like a moon in the background or something. We were hoping to find maybe something on this guy so we could imprison him or, use a hook. But there was nothing on him. And we don't want tyranny, not right now. And also by taking this, more people will join our court. I don't feel like, we have a new dynasty head. I don't feel like going through my council and repicking everyone. You can like be on top of that and constantly be doing that, but I usually just, after I do my first thing, I let it sit for a while. And I kind of want this guy. He is at war. See, this is my old man. This guy is so brutal looking. I do like the name Bar Sinister. I actually like a lot of these names on this compared to their vanilla names. Like this definitely has the vampire feel to it. There's like the courts of love. You can just imagine that, like everyone laying around in France, drinking wine, having sex. Vampire drinking blood. The fights at the Black Cross, White Russ, the Shadow Curtain. Like, I like the names. Maybe we should go to war with this guy. It looks like he is raided by another pack member. Bitter Viking. Wasn't that the guy? No, who's this guy? Oh, that's my guy is raiding him. Okay. That guy had a pretty cool house thing too. It's a rose from like, oh wait, that's Calligraphers of Lost Art. Who's winning this war? He's losing that. What a dipshit. But, should we go after him? You gotta be really aggressive. 15 levies a month. I could try to raid someone too. That would be the other option. What do we got over here? Did we get any prisoners out of that war? No, no prisoners. Who's this lady? Oh, I remember her. She's not very strong. She's got 21 gold sitting around. How about you? You're strong enough. You're strong enough to be a pain in my ass. Strong enough. Yeah. I could raid her, though. Might be worth it. So a lot of times you'll get prisoners, and they're actually, when you ransom the prisoners back to their leaders. That's where the real money comes in. So I also can go to war. I don't really want to just yet because my control is so low over here. And I also got to regain a few levies. But I got to remember that last time I was passive, it caused the whole fucking country to... See, Midgard's already growing. We don't want that. We want Midgard to... Maybe I'll... These are both pretty... He's only got 600, though. And we are married to this guy. I think I'm overthinking this. I think that's the issue. Let's just raid this lady over here. Does she have any allies? She doesn't have any allies. Man, it's tempting to kill her off. Look how old she is. She's ancient. Her parents are dead. She's got one kid. She's got 17 diplomacy. Is that a skull or an eye? Oh, that's why I remember this lady. She has 3 eyes and I only have 1. I mean, it blinked. The eye blinked. I thought it was just like a painting or something. Not a painting, a drawing on her head. The once mighty Salabari clan has become barely a bloodline after the destruction of their progenitor, Salad. So if you click on these people, also some of them, this one doesn't have it. Where was this other person? If you have this, you can actually click on this lore and it will bring up information about the person. And this is all from the pen and paper role-playing game, the tabletop role-playing game. So there's like a ton of lore if you're into that shit. I'm not a huge vampire role-playing game person. I have a couple of books. I thought I had more. Somebody ran off with them. But they're like first edition stuff, so it's not like it's up to date or anything. It doesn't have any of this shit in it. The lore takes place in like one city or something. You know, in like New York. So decisions. I must make a decision, and the decision I'm going to make is to go to war with this lady, I think, right now. I think that's the best decision. The county's not great, but it is a county. You know what we should check? So this is the other thing you should always keep an eye on, is what it takes to become a king or the next level up. So if you go to this page, you can go to like the Kingdom of Norway. It will say it'll have it be a different kingdom for each area, but let's click on here, and to create it I need 16 counties, 500 gold, and 2 duchy titles. And I think it's slightly different because of the this mod, but there's usually also on here found new kingdom. So I just need 269 gold to found a new kingdom, and once I'm a kingdom level I'll be able to have more vassals. Maybe. I don't think this mod allows that, but I also can go to sleep out here. I'm gonna click on this, see what it does. Huh. Wonder why I would want to do that. That's weird. Maybe if you're all fucked up or the game's getting boring. What a weird thing to do. So yeah, no raid. Let's just go to war with this lady. Right? It's gonna cost me 100 piety, I believe. Well, we can do a holy war. It will cost me piety. Conquer. This will cost me prestige, which is fine. I got a shit ton of prestige. And let's double check. Yeah, it says she hasn't got shit. My ally actually, I think, lost. She's got more money than me. They're vastly inferior. I don't see any reason not to go to war with this lady. Let's hope I'm not making a terrible mistake, but then we'll do the same thing we did here. We'll put a new rally point down. I don't know why they do this rally point mechanism. I should just be able to click on the county and just raise everybody there if that's the thing. CK2, you had to raise them in their different counties and move them all together, which is kind of an interesting thing that I actually kind of miss. It made you feel like, oh, this guy raised this 30 dudes and he's marching them over here, that type of feeling. Oh shit, I don't think I waited long enough. No, I didn't. Got ahead of myself. We gotta wait until the troops raise there. It's probably just to ease the play, you know, so you don't have so much micromanagement, because there was kind of like a lot of micromanagement to get your guys all together and whatnot. Alright, they're not running for it, so let's hope this is an easy win like that last one. And there's like, I always am having her lead the army. Probably I shouldn't be doing that, but she's good at fighting, so let's check out this thing. A lot of my friends say I play this game really slow, but I like to enjoy it. You know, I like to enjoy looking at, oh, this is how my champions fought or whatever. And I like to talk, so it's, you know, I can talk the whole time. All right, we wounded this person. Look at this champion. Holy shit. Oh, he got one killing, but he's also a 2. Look at these guys suck. We got 2 people who hate me. Wait, this guy the new Baron? He's a vindictive lackey. He thinks he's a powerful vassal. He's actually got 10 learning. But I think, yeah, she's got 10 learning too. Remember, we're going for a crazy women-only thing just for fun. What is this? All right, so we finally have the dangerous faction that we wanted. They're gonna send me an ultimatum in 7 months, and it's just one of them. The one bummer about this is, which one is it? One of these is way better than the other one. It's this one is currently way better than this other one. It doesn't matter, I guess. We're gonna max out our shit anyways, so it doesn't even matter if these guys revolt. And when I get extra money, we're gonna upgrade. We're gonna get men-at-arms that are catapult dudes. What's this guy doing? Is this guy raiding my own land? That rat bastard. Alright, we got another sheeple. Sheeple? We're gonna herdify this guy next. And you can turn them into vampires, but it actually costs piety. And remember, I want to save my piety to drink the blood of other vampires. Now, I think this is the guy I just did, yeah. We're gonna take a sip, we're gonna automatic, we're gonna manipulate him, and so every 30 days we'll get a little bit of that experience from him. Look how slow this goes. I mean, I've barely unpaused it. What has it been? 1 year? No secrets there. Let's not waste any more time. Let's do this. Hey, we got our Prince of the Town constructed. Nice. And Vagar, he won against... I gotta keep an eye on this stuff. A lot of times I ignore this shit, and it wasn't turning out so great last time. I looked down and Midgard was like half the fucking map. He won against who? Oh, it was just some local bullshit. So I'm gonna actually have her do secrets one more, or him do secrets one more time, or her. Oh, she's in the warpath here, but I'm gonna have her look on in our home base here. This is still disabled. Will it tell me why now? Doesn't say why still. Maybe it needs like a certain level of control or the same, I don't know. And who doesn't want us to, yeah, I don't want to increase opinion with that guy. I want him to revolt. If they don't like me, then they can get the sword. They can sit in my fucking jail cell until I drink their blood and they die. Like literally. I'm not being hyperbolic. Is that how you say that? All right, we got this person. Who are you? She's Baroness of Sumar. She is a very young vampire. What's this thing? Ventru. Lords, regal, commanding, and aristocratic. Man, I think we're like feral gangrels. Yeah. Savage, primal, hardy, and animalistic. Lady, you might get eaten. You're not even in the same dynasty as me. Last time I did this, I accidentally ate somebody in my same house. I wasn't even paying attention. What do you got, though? And what happens if we execute you? So this is what you can do, and you can like to get these things, and you'll get like piety and stuff. But if I Diablo her, this is the 500 I'm saving up for. You can scroll down here, yeah. So this is it. Oh, I meant to make this Iron Man, but I forgot. But 5% chance of getting this in this, and so that unlocks those other things where I can gain experience. So what I generally do is every vampire I capture and that has this ability, from the 5 or 10% chance, it's always really low, I drink their blood. It pisses off the vampire world, but this is how we get stronger. I don't have the 500 points, so she's gonna rot in my prison forever. She's never getting out of my prison until I get 500 piety to drink her blood. Doesn't matter what happens, she's never getting out of my prison. That's what's going on there. And we went actually down a lot here. All right, that is over. And is this another person? No, same person. We're going to enforce these demands. And I'm curious, what is her name? Daughter of the Raven. I'm curious if she's bumped out of the game now or if she's just going to be floating around. Because she's ancient. Allies didn't get to do shit. Yeah, I'll be curious if she's gone out of the game or not. In the vanilla one, they would just be gone. They might like float around in a court for a little bit, but they disappear. And there's actually in CK2, there was a button you could push to like kind of clear out the old people, the people who because you could get like literally hundreds of people in your court. This is the new place we just took. So I own this as well now, but this one kind of sucks. And I'm not going to send the dude to increase control because it's too much. It's too much. I guess this one doesn't kind of suck. It's another thing. When this guy revolts, we'll pick whatever one's best. We'll disband my armies, let them rest for a little bit. I need more than 50 gold to do that one. It's too expensive. Disabled buildings, we got 2 of them. That one's fine. Oh, this guy. Of all the buffoonery I've ever seen, and pack member Kendrill's August inane efforts to improve my relations with my neighbor. Oh, so this is because my guy sucks at diplomacy or whatever. My good-for-nothing chancellor is officially acknowledged warlord Ludwig Demeter's claim for the county of Loftor. And this is the guy we want to revolt. No, this is something. No, it is. He's actually becoming somewhat friendly, so we don't mind if that guy stays what he is now that we have these three. Look at this fucking idiot. Oh, the other thing I wanted to look at was, yeah, you have no available spouse, so it doesn't matter in this one. Your spouses don't give you, or maybe he has to. It's because he's a leader of another country. We'll see. In vanilla, your spouse helps you, gives you your stats, increases your stats. Did this just crash? No. Okay. All right. Nope. Very well, you know best. I don't really know where else to send her looking for secrets. You haven't found jack shit. You know what we could do? Nah. This guy's at war over here. Now, you know what we'll do just for shits and giggles here is we're gonna send her over to here. See if she can dig up anything on my grandfather. My great-grandfather, sorry. He's very touchy about that. A report has come back to you that the legendary Ulf's Hall has been found. The small island, oh, I got this one last time. The small island near Norway allegedly contains the treasure of the famed Valadermen, the Norse rune mage. The time is long gone as the Christian gods have swept away their faith in the continent, but it seems a small cabal of them still clings to the hall, protecting what might be a treasure cache. Given the power they have in the censors past, what will we do with this information? Time for a rave. Time for a rave. Whoa. It's 1995 again, and we're going to raves. Time for, not that I've only been to one rave in my whole life, and it was not a fun experience. But I did go to this club that was kind of like a rave, and that was an interesting experience. So anyway, it's time for a raid. We must protect them. So this is the same thing I picked last time, because I think they're servants to Odin, and we serve Odin as well. Get the gods good on our side. Alright, so they finally voted this lady, so now she's my new heir. Get this out of my face. The rune mage are hard to convince. They're wary lot, hiding for so long, but your shared traditions help find a common ground. You let them know that their position is compromised, and others will come with more hostile intentions than you. As such, they are now prepared to leave and offer you a small part of the treasured reward for your help. Though if you're persuasive enough, you might convince them to join your realm and enjoy your protection, which will obviously yield more benefits. I'm gonna try this one. I think last time it said they aren't convinced, and I got the $100, but they moved it anyways. I don't remember. They aren't convinced. Off they go. Alright, another sheep. And we're going to do the same thing here with that guy. We're going to manipulate him. Here he is, Bjorn. Take a small sip. And then the next thing we're going to do is look at my court here. And we're going to see if there's any more cattle here for me. Here's this guy. Here's that guy. Oh man, she is rough. I can't do it. So what we can do, I think, man, my court is pretty weak. I got 100. Hey, Tract, thanks for the follow. How's your night going? I think what I can do is get one of these people in my court instead. Is this a vampire? No, she's innocent. These are all innocents. Everyone's just a human. A lowly old human here. So if we're going with my, what does this cost? 10 bucks? What are her skills like? All these people suck. She's Swedish. What are my options up here? Disabled building still. Nope, this lady's never getting out of my place unless I drink her blood to death. So that means never. Will she convert to my? Oh, it won't tell me until. Well, she's got the best prowess of this group, so we'll recruit her for the 10 bucks, and then we'll herd a fire. And well, wait. Let's see if we can convert her to our. She will. She will convert. I mean, she's still gonna be Swedish, but I mean, these people are all Norwegian anyways. Oh no, these people are Norse down here. Alright, so this other prince of the town is finished. Should I build anything here? Oh, you know what I should do is get rid of that one fucking thing. Where was that? That was here. And I don't know why I don't know why that's disabled. But I'm gonna get rid of this. This is fucking my development up, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, the Prince of the Town actually recovers that. So we get a monthly growth of +1. And then currency is +10. So I actually am not going to get rid of that. That's okay. Now, if we're long as it's going up some, I'm okay. If it's sitting stagnant or not going up at all, then I'm not okay with that. But look at this one, man. But this is almost all from my neighbors. My neighbors have a lot more development than what I do, which is not good. But nothing I can do about that. What do we got here? This is this other one. It doesn't say why it's disabled. Maybe it's got to be the controls too low. Yeah, it's gotta be low control. I just love sitting on pause and looking at stuff. So I have played Crusader Kings. Never played EU4 multiplayer. Crusader Kings, Stellaris. Why does it keep switching back and forth over there, buddies? All right, she became the. Oh, did I not hertify her? She became the same religion. So I played Stellaris, Crusader Kings 2. Have I ever done? Yeah, we played a little bit of Crusader Kings 3. We were playing it. It was actually this mod, and my friend kept calling everything by its real name. He'd be like, "Oh, like go to whatever in the real name of this province." And I don't know the name of like the Indian province in real life. My geography is getting worse and worse, and I'd be like, "Where are you talking about, man? Tell me the name of the country on the map at least, so I can like." And one of them was Persia, and I was like, he's like, "Oh, go to whatever," and I was like, "What? I know that that's in this general area, but it was weird." But anyways, it showed that my geography sucked. But what I was bringing that up for is that they always say I pause it too much, so that's how I also stream. I like to just take my time. Great. Good for you. Alright, my troops are going up pretty good. At the end of the field exercise, it had seemed a brilliant idea. To practice grouping an army and destroy, I split my troops and ordered every officer to independently make their way to Vagar. Of course, by the third day of waiting, but with only half of my army in place, I'm now seeing flaws in the plan. Baron Ildegard suggests I ride out with a contingent of champions to find the missing troops while the rest of the army returns home. Who are you? You barely like me. You're a baron. I might gain a martial lifestyle perk, or he gets a better opinion. Let's go for the perk, maybe. I just don't want to die. That would be a bummer. I can hear an absolute ruckus coming from the roadside tavern. One of my champions kicks open the door, reveals a room full of my wayward soldiers. My arrival makes them fall silent and stare down at their tankards with an airy word between them. The proprietor narrows her eyes. So you're responsible for this rabble. I got enough coin to pay for the damage. If these men have the right idea, pour me a drink, and that cost me 75 prestige. You abandon your search and go home, but I get less stress. I think 10 stress isn't very much. Let's just pay for the damage, and 15 isn't either, since we got that that lucky thing there. As I passed through a small village, I noticed that though clad in a simple cloth, the town's guards are all carrying weapons with my mark on them. Well, welcoming me in the muddy streets was Pajborn. I actually had a character that I played for a long time named that. This was in vanilla, though. The self-proclaimed divine guardian of the town. My soldiers lay down their armor to help this preaches serve beast. My soldier laid down their armor to help this preaches serve beast. I don't know what that. I think that this preacher serve beast. I already rule by divine right. You have a day to flee this place, zealots. That cost me cost me 50 piety. Remember, I'm always trying to. Who is this guy? He's just some dude. Yeah, he's just some guy. Bajorn. And what is this self-declaimed vassal's opinion? What is that? What do we got there? He's got a 19. Ah, well, we'll take it. The last of my troops have made it to Vagar, and order has been restored. Though this is hardly a display of military brilliance, I've gained a new perspective on my army and the individual soldiers which are composed. That didn't seem like that was a valuable exercise. They were just like wandering around getting drunk and shit. But we did get a new perk. Not a new perk, a new, they just keep swapping back and forth. The AI can't decide who to vote. Oh no, it is a new perk. We're gonna do this one because that's on the road to this one. We want more knights. It's kind of a bummer. We gotta grind our way to get there. Natural dread. I actually like having dread so that my people are scared shitless. Control per month is nice too. Reduces the risk of commanding armies. May challenge rivals to single combat, inflicting stress if you win. I do like doing that. I shouldn't be taking those risks with my leader, especially in the vampire one, because I haven't built her up much. But later on, after you get them more powerful, and if they die on something like that, you feel so stupid. But first line of the hair in the Duchy of Loki, wherever that is. Oh, that's way the fuck away. I don't care about that. I can create the Duchy of Perdenbog. It cost me 250 bucks though. Let's leave that around so I don't forget about it. And there's still this. Oh, one of these is not disabled building and what? Okay. I think it must be a control thing because this one's no longer disabled. It must be like you have to have like 25 control or something. So now I'm getting more money a month. I'm actually making pretty good cash. And so I'm just going to X out of that. You know what? I can do this. I can, and I have someone in my prison. Let's do this, and it's cost 200. Let's do this. This gives me piety. Cost me 100 gold. Should I skip? Let everyone come! Alright, all those smaller feasts are held for many occasions through the year. Once they decorate the Eisenhard of Holgenland come together for a grand celebration, most importantly, a grand sacrifice. Though plentiful blood is shed for beast, the meat of the offering goes to the faithful. Such a rich feast usually makes for an incredible party. Of course, such an affair is expensive, and certainly not all Eisenhards need to be invited. I think I'm gonna, even though it's gaining me stress, I'll just go eat someone, and then I'll lose some stress. So I'm gonna lose $100, but I got 2.7 a month coming in, and we're gonna go to war with some here in a second. And that does. Oh, you know what I should do though? I forgot I was gonna buy siege engines. I'm gonna do this anyways. I already made up my mind. And how much does siege engines cost? I'll have to remember. I want 66 for the Mangalons, Onagers, and Mangonels. 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 I'll check something real quick. Alright. Actually, I'm going to take a quick smoke break is what I'm going to do. I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go smoke real quick. And then I'm going to come back. I feel like I'm making good progress here. And I wish I had put Iron Man on, but I totally forgot. But yeah, I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. I'm going to go smoke real quick. See you then. Alright. I am back, and it just dawned on me, I don't really want this to, revolt to happen anymore. But it doesn't matter. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But now that I have 3 provinces, I'm going to be handing these, 3 counties, I'm going to be handing out my counties pretty regularly to other people, so... just dawned on me, is my sound coming through with, the game sound? Yes, it is. I had to wait until the game sound started again there. Alright. We need to look for a new victim to attack, and what we want to do is kind of attack the strongest person we can defeat. He's got an alliance, though. He's actually fighting a war and losing. He would be easy. I think we should probably go after him. And, you know, take this place. Probably this place or this place. Probably this place, I think. This one. Can I just declare war on him alone? Oh, no. Alright, yeah, he has no no allies. And just with my troops alone, how many... he's only got 4 champions. Let's take a look at my champions real quick. Have they improved at all? They're getting better. They're actually... 2 of them hate me. But that's okay. Time will pass. Short reign, that's going to be going up for a while. Short reign, all these are going to have short reign because the game just started. But that actually piles up a really long time. Look at this dude. Oh my god. Holy shit. The spider. Man. What are these? What type are these? Nosferatu. We're pretty much full up on dudes. Yeah, we got 20 more. Let's declare war on this guy since he's at war, and I don't want to sit idle at all. I made that mistake last time. The dude who was my husband. Counter it, or conquer it, is 135. I feel like this keeps going down, but... How close are we to distinguished is illustrious? Oh, we can get 1 more knight if we're illustrious. We seem like we're almost there. The county of... This county. No, I don't want that one. You have a lot of counties. Why do you suck so bad if you have so many counties? County of Trums. I think that's yeah. I think we should just do it. You know what's weird is it didn't offer the sacrifice of the prisoner. Huh. Increased opinion. You know what? I'm gonna do this since we don't necessarily need to. You know what? Also, it didn't let me hertify this lady. I'll try that one more time. It might be that I have too many. I swear I've picked that 3 times. Yeah, it might be that I have too many people in my herd. It doesn't say... Actually, maybe it says here. Yeah, I only can have 3. That's the issue. So let's sway this one dude. It was one of these guys. It was like this guy. It was one of those guys. Doesn't really matter which one. One of these 2. Oh, he actually likes me. Yeah, so I picked that guy. The right guy anyways. I kind of wish that they made it easier to select the counties too. Maybe I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I like to look at their control and stuff. Monthly increases +1. Plus 0.1, I mean. That means every year I get like 1. That is fucking slow. And I have some debuff here. The inefficient census, the county rulers have no idea who or how many people live here. Good job, assholes. So I'm gonna have to send my leader in once, or my marshal's just gonna be doing that forever. He's never gonna get to train commanders or raise levies. Never gonna happen. That's okay. You know, who is this person? I could embrace her. What is she? Oh, she's not very good. Look at her. House of Bijalbo. Without regret for the past, nor fear of the future. It's an interesting motto. I always like to read these mottos because they're so weird. Chosen warriors of Harl. We're gonna have to divorce this guy at some point. Go solo. Alright, so he's got 700 troops here? I thought he couldn't raise that many. Oh, maybe that was what he was running around with already. That's okay. This is gonna be kind of a real war. The other wars we did were like practice wars. We're gonna do this up here. I'm gonna raise all our troops here. And let's go in here immediately. I think that's their castle. Looks like it. They're Sammy's. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Remember last time I fucked up. I wasn't keeping an eye on shit enough, so I'm gonna double check this guy's still at war. Yeah, he's losing a war. Wait, is this not his army? This is just some other hostile army? This is... No? He's a hostile army, but he's on the other side. He's gonna have to die too. He's older than me. We really want to pick off the older vampires. Most of my gold, all of my festival forced to cancel. Why? Why would it have to be forced to be canceled? We're gonna raise this Mongol whatever. I know we're hemorrhaging gold here. It's okay. Maybe we had to cancel that because we're at war. Is that a decision? Does it say that we have to be? Yeah, I'm commanding an army. That's a bummer. That's okay. We have not uncovered anything very well. You can come back here and disrupt plots. We don't want to get assassinated, and we don't know if that's going on. Maybe we should actually do this. Let's have her do this. She also sucks at this job, so... They expect me to sit still that long. Now, the other thing you can do, and I barely mentioned this, is you can... All of these are special abilities you have because you're a vampire, and you get different ones depending on... Oh, you know what I should do is find mortals. This will bring... Yeah, let's find more. We got 75, yeah. That will bring new people to court. I totally forgot about that. And I have very few people in my court. Call to arm. To the impeccable pack leader, Valborg, that's me. I call in your honor to our alliance driving the war for the cultist claim on the Duchy of... So he's in a war with these people. She's got 800. He's got 300. I'm going to accept. Last time I also did this, I kind of ignored their wars, my allies' wars, and my ally was losing. He was Bar Sinister, and he was just getting wrecked by Midgard. So this time I'm not going to do that. We will bring them in. We got we got 5 people. Excellent. I just want to have more people in my court for right now. We had so few. So let's, if we look at our court, it should have people here. Yep. They're all mortals. It's weird. Why is this guy? He's a berserker. That also gives us, you know, like more commanders and stuff. And if we look at these people, some of them are actually our religion. We can demand conversion to this guy. I don't even have to use a hook. Him too. Like I said, I like them to all be. She won't do it. My same religion. So innocent means that they're not. They don't know about the masquerade. I believe that's what that means. Yep. We're gonna tell them about that. We're gonna tell them. I know I'm taking my time here. Just the way I play video games. I relax and enjoy. We're suffering from attrition for some reason. Siege 1. Alright, we're winning this war down there too. So next step is... This guy doesn't look like he has any armies left. It looks like his armies have all been defeated. So we just got to keep moving and capturing land. It's a bummer this guy is in the way. So I guess we'll just go over this next. This is actually going to be an easy war too, I think. It's kind of a bummer this war popped off because if we don't help this guy soon enough, it will actually say something. And that was a new thing I'd never seen before either. We're also using a lot of gold here. It's probably because we have to we're building these. Yeah. Oh, these are unraised. Full maintenance is, wow. Can I raise these guys? That'll speed up our, yes, I can. That will speed up our sieges. That's also one way to fuck life up, is if these guys get jumped. Strategic impasse. I'm sitting around with the map table with pack member Michael and Baron Yangvar, discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Michael bangs his fist on the table and loudly proclaims, "My neighbor's name is Michael and it's spelled that way. Wonder if he's a vampire. We should charge the enemy directly and crush them with the sheer might of our army." While Yangar nervously mutters about how we should avoid unnecessary engagements and fight a war of attrition. Let's see here. Improved offense for 5 years and gains. Who does? Michael. Which one is this guy? Improved avoidance. Yeah, then we get this split the. Oh, these don't give it to me. They give it to each of the dudes. Let's just let them. Let them do their thing, man. Hey, we gained a level of fame. You know what that means? We can now have another champion. It didn't tick that off, but that's what it said it would do. Challenge a rival to a fight. Why Knight of the Frozen North? To the vile pack leader Valborg. Bor, your crimes against me are irrehensible. Meet me in the single count combat and let. We do have a little stress. Who is this lady? She's got a 45. That's gonna be a close. Where am I? I think I've got it like a 43. Oh, I have a 54. I guess it's one up. A non-lethal. It says it's non-lethal. Oh, but that's not necessarily true. You can accidentally kill each other pretty easy. I'm gonna do it anyways. What happens if I decline? I'm pretty sure if I decline, they'll all call me a coward. But I have significantly more prowess. Countess? Who is this lady? And why is she my rival? She has some title someplace. The Night Jarl of Upland is her liege. She's older than me, so maybe if we kill her, that'll impress me. You bite. Low increased your likelihood of success. Medium, my claws. High increase your low. 50% chance you get more hungry. That's okay. We can always eat somebody. High to medium. What is this? High and low. Very high. That's fine. My claws are outstretched, ready to cleave my opponent in half. My foe strikes instinctively with the power of clarity, trying to catch me off guard. My form is good with only small airs, and Karatia's stance is incredible. My opponent is still holding off my blows well, but she seems close to faltering. Low, medium. So what already happened is she got very high increase and low chance of injury. Very high and medium. Low and no. You gain Edge Duel rank 3. I don't know what that means. It gives me a plus to my prowess, I guess. Oh, and I'm gonna 50% chance of Ravenous. What am I up to now? Blood 1. But this gives me... Oh, this one gives me the same thing. I'm gonna go with the medium chance of injury. Oh, what is this one? High and low. Hers is medium. Blade. What is this special? Legendary Blade Master. I use my animal form to jump at my opponent's fangs first. My foe appears grander, more powerful, hoping probably to deter me. My form is excellent with little chance for mistake, and her form is incredible. I have my opponent on the back foot, but still need to consolidate my victory. So it looks like I can consolidate my victory right here. She already got medium likelihood of success and medium risk of it. And this will be a high increase. And I don't think that's very high. Oh, we get another duel. Oh, we gained this one. Huh. Very high and low, and we'll get edge 6. I wonder why some of these are purple. You tear her apart now. I'm gonna do this one, even though this one gives me a bunch of prestige. Actually, maybe I'll do this one just for the prestige bonus, and then... Oh, I don't have... oh, okay. In battle, I'm an artist. Every strike is a brush stroke. Every fallen foe or gout of blood, a splash of paint. As I brandish my sword, switching seamlessly between flourish and strike, I paint a picture of agony across my foe. My foe strikes instinctively with the power of celerity, trying to catch me off guard. My form is excellent, blah, blah, blah. We are evenly matched with victory balanced on a knife's edge. I will drink you dry. Gains famished, dueling handicapped. So she already has very high with that. So I'll rip you apart. We gain that. And we gain that 6 there, low. And I'm gonna do this one. Victory! Thanks to potence, the air moved by my brawling motions, a deadly weapon itself. Whatever her name is, goes heavily on the offense, raining down powerful cleaves on me, making it a nightmare to parry each. It's only by stepping sideways, fortunately mid-blink, that I get out from under the hail of strikes, leaving my foe's sword cutting frictionless air. I drive a foot in the back of her knee and punching her square in the jaw when she haphazardly swings around to face me. With her reeling, all it takes is a powerful cleave to send her weapon flying. I generously give the woman a few seconds to collect of herself before she yields. Man, a lot of times it'll let you get like a, do you want to kill her or not? And a lot of times I just say, yeah. And they'll be like, well, people won't like you if you do that. Well, they're dead. I'll have to fight them too. Few champions, huh? Yeah, so we got that champion boost. We lost 44 stress. We're in good shape now. To make my pack pack member Michael more susceptible to my attempts at approaching him, I can include a compliment in my next missive to his court. I will be sure to mention his. So my neighbor Michael is 80 years old. He could be a vampire. He moves very slowly. He could be Nosferatu though. Poor guy. I'm not making fun of him. He's just some nice old dude who lives next door. Relentless courage. Oh, these are all like you could look at this and try to figure out what's going on here. He's a famous champion, strength of arm. I think I'm gonna go with strength of arm, just for the hell of it. Hey, my catapults are almost here. Hey, of my father, the Visigoth, huh? The Visigoth Odin. This character is ancient. He's a guest? When did he get here? He's a predatory type feeder. This dude liked my compliment, even though we still have a negative 150. All right, my catapults are here. Let's merge them in. We're suffering a little attrition over here. I don't like that too much. Looks like we're winning this war down here, which, oh, it just dropped a bunch. The AI was like waiting for me to go to war so that they could declare war on somebody else. We're at 31. Keep moving towards here. And so one of the things is you can like try to attack like straight into here, but it will give you this, and it means you take casualties. You have to kind of fight your way to here, to their capital. And so it's always a good idea to keep an eye out for that skull, because if you're not paying attention, it can really fuck you. Losing 100 troops doesn't seem like that much, but it kind of piles up. So because I added that catapult, it increases this number, which makes the siege take less time. You can also assault a fort. It's once the walls are down, but it is brutal to assault forts. Yeah, so we got a small breach. We could do it. So this is, I don't remember doing this, but it'll cost 26 casualties a day, so I could do this, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, we're gonna be catapulting into their face. Low control. Because of that, we got some debuffs for the low control. Whoa. Oh, I thought that said 2600. Whew. Oh, hey, Chris. How are you? How is your night going? This is a pretty complicated game, definitely. Um, oh, is it? Well, how is your lunch going? Oh, these guys lost the war? Oh, that war's over. Great. That means I can continue. And who's this guy now? So this, you know what this game is? You just gotta make a character, or start playing and like play for an hour and you'll lose and have all these issues and you'll be like, oh, now I understand it. All right, so this guy's a 12th generation and this is always nice. I thought they fixed a lot of this stuff, but I guess they're waiting for their next update. It's weird, all these volunteers who do mods and stuff, but all right. What type of cake? All right, we took this now. Do you mean like actual cake, or is that or a different? Are we talking about a different type of item here? All right, how is my control going over here? That's the wrong spot. Here, 52. Come on, man. Keep doing it. Keep going. I don't want to fabricate a claim. I don't have the cash for that. I don't know what type of cake that is. Stractatelia. I'm gonna Google it real quick. I'm always Googling shit in the middle of my stream. How to pronounce words? Stractatelia. Oh, it's a variety of gelato consisting of milk-based ice cream filled with fine, irregular shavings of chocolate. Now, I think I've mentioned this, but I have really gotten into sweets. So that sounds amazing to me. And if it has chocolate in it, that's even better. I don't know. I'm like Deanna Troy when it comes to chocolates right now. And my coworker, so I had to go into the office today. I actually work from home most of the day. And my coworker knows that, and she had like this box of chocolate. She was like, "Here, look at these chocolates we got for Christmas. We saved like a box, not for me to have, just for myself, but you know, for the coworkers." But yeah, man, new head of the dynasty. Okay, this is some hostile army of 1,500. This must be for this war down here. All right, let's try to clean this up then. Is this over? No. We need to avoid these guys. Looks like they're gonna siege that place. We need to avoid those guys very badly. We just need to capture one more place and this war will be over. Then we can like guerrilla war over here. So the reason why we're losing guys because of attrition, but also these guys moving around over here is not great. They can take one of these and we'll get less guys. Oh no, he's coming for me. We gotta run from these people. We can't take 1,500. They only have 8 champions though. We only have 8 champions. It's gonna be a runaway game here. We're suffering from attrition. Hopefully they'll start suffering from attrition. Alright. Let's not waste any more time doing that crap. What we can probably do is just keep moving this way. Actually, we're at 93% on this other war. See, last time I was running it at full speed and I wasn't paying attention to stuff like this and I got wrecked. And hopefully I can capture this quickly. Okay, these 300, I'll take these 3. Oh, they lost a battle against somebody. taking some chances here. It's not worth it to lose my life, if you know what I mean. Who's this person? I hate when it does this. Jump over to him. He's in this free state. How strong is he? He's pretty fucking weak. He's my half-brother. He's a lot older than me. I want to kill him at some point to get him out of the game. He's in this free state. This free state's kind of growing, huh? Or was it always that big? I think I'm going to decline this. This guy's too weak. Well, he is in the free state. I'll accept it because... He's going to get 10 stress because he's shy. He's going to get murdered eventually. And we're going to check this out in a second here. We might rearrange my council. I just want this one war to finish. I do want to chase this guy down and kill him. Okay, that's okay. This is okay over here. I don't know what's going on, but he can do that all day. Oh, those guys going to get away. He can sit there and do that all day long. Here's another hostile army. No, this isn't... That is my allies. Enforce demands here. So be it. Alright, so we have too many holdings now. And what that means is we have 4 counties and we're only allowed to have 3. And you can keep that. You don't have to do it, but it's going to affect my taxes and my levies. So it's worth it to get rid of those, to get rid of one. And like I was saying before, though, like I only get a little tiny bit from my vassals. But what I'm going to do is I am going to figure out which... How long can until I can do this? Alright, we need the royal prerogative innovation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my counties somehow. I think it's vassals. And see... No, it's not this one. Where do I see this? I can't remember. Oh, it's right here. The one I was just looking at. And see which is the shittiest. And I'm going to give the shittiest to somebody who's not already my vassal. So I'm going to create a new vassal, basically. And why I'm going to do that is because I don't want to have one vassal get a bunch of... to continually be gaining counties, because that's going to make them stronger. Then they'll want to... They might actually be a threat at some point. So what we're going to do is we're going to find which one sucks the most. So Mari, which is this one, I think. No, that's this one. Now, gotta zoom in. This is Trums has 0. Its development is 11, though. This is Mari, I'm pretty sure, down here. Like I said, I wish it was easier to pick. Yeah, this is Mari. You have to zoom in. Like, maybe there's a setting where I can do that. Let's look. I want to be able to see the names of my... Show nudity. I didn't even know there was nudity in this game. Doesn't look like it. I want to be able to see the names of my... Maybe it's a button down here. I want the county. Oh, there's a... counties. Here we go. Alright, but I wish it was still colored the same as to show me. But anyway, so if we look at my thing from here with this county map, we can see that Lofatar is good, and that's also, this one's going to be my second best one because it also has the duchy slot to build buildings in. So we're going to not ever change that one. We're going to keep that one for the rest of our lives. And that in this one, we're going to keep for the rest of our lives, too. So these ones are we're going to keep them no matter what. But speaking of that, let's go and look here. What buildings can we build? Can we build anything interesting? This costs more maintenance, but it also jacks my development, so nope. This one jacks my development. and my control on that one. Alright, there's nothing. Well, what's this one? My prestige would go down by 0.3 a month. This actually isn't bad. This would give me some more levies. It cost me 200. Prestige, usually you can get other ways, like through war. We're about to get one. We just got some because we won that war, I think. Though we didn't get very much. Number of knights would be nice. Yeah, let's do this rabble one. While I'm thinking about it, because I'm gonna forget. Man, this thing brings your control down. How much control do I get a month? I guess that's not that bad, but it also hits your development. Guess it's not that bad either. What about these? Can I level any of these things up? I can upgrade this thing. Oh yeah, let's upgrade this thing first. And let's do that down here too. If we can. Man, I need to pay attention to that shit more. And then now we're gonna pick which one of these things we want to get rid of. So Marian trumps, the reason why they have 0 is because we just took these ones, so they're gonna suck regardless. So what we kind of do is we have to figure out which one is the best between these two without. So you know these might be the same actually, because look, this one's at 101 and this is 108, but it's got all that. So they might actually be identical, so it might not matter. It's got a level 2 castle, level 1. I mean, this has a different building. What building is this? Subtle noble influence. The garrison side's actually smaller. Holding tax. Yeah, that gives you like heavy cavalry. We don't have any heavy cavalry. That's trums. And this one has that. Oh, this has the same. No, this has the one. Let's keep this one and we'll get rid of trums, because this one has a level 2 castle, and we're also part of the way done here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to trums here, and we're going to grant 2, and then it's going to give us a list of the people who are relevant, or by relevance, and you also can do like sum of all skills. So we want to give like the best. This guy's already, no, he has a claim on another spot. He's old, but he's a vampire, so it shouldn't matter. He's pretty good, actually. He's a chancellor of pack member Michael, so that's actually gonna bump him. He won't be able to be a chancellor of pack member Michael anymore. He's Irish and he's a predator. That's weird. I don't know about that guy. Let's go back. So if you do it, so that, like I said, there's different ways to sort it. Normally, yeah, it defaults to relevance, and it says like this guy is the most relevant. You know, he's Norse, he's the same religion. But sometimes I like to do sum of all skills. And then also I think you can filter this puppy, and we can say like religion. We want Eidenhargens, so that's going to take out a bunch of people. And then we also want only Norse. That's going to take out people. So this guy's a vassal. We don't want to give it to vassals. We want to give it to a new person. This person's a vassal. This is person's a vassal. Oh, right. And we're going to be sexist and only do it to women. She's a godless villain. She's weak as shit, though. I think I'm going to give it to this lady. Oh, that reminded me. I meant to drink somebody's blood. She's gangrel like us. She's got a good fighting. She's not a champion. She's just hanging out. Shitty piety. I'm gonna give it to her. She likes me a little bit. She'll like me a lot. Challenge for Alpha. We're gonna grant the title of Trums here to her. Trums was the shitty one, right? Yeah, it was. And that will bring this down, so we'll be back to good. So this will actually, we'll get less troops. This will actually affect our troops, but we won't get the tax negatives and stuff. So we're gonna grant that title to her. And it looks like I lost it, but it's just because I have that one filter on. So now she's a new vassal. And now if we look at my list over here, whoops, not that list, not that list, this list, and vassal, she'll appear on here. And there she is. And she's giving me 1 troop. And she gives me 0 gold. So it's up to her though. Oh, she only has to give 5%. I wonder why. And you can change this stuff. You can renegotiate their contract somewhere here. Modify feudal contract, and this is like the list of everything you have. Then this also has like the vampire contract, like how much gold or what laws they follow, and masquerade or whatever. Like you could do strict masquerade. Maybe I think, like, why didn't she have normal feudal? Yeah, they don't like that. But basically, that's one of the reasons you want to get hooks in people, is if you can get a hook in somebody, you can modify this, and they'll actually do it, you know. But I'm curious. Yeah, see, she's special. She has low and normal. I wonder if I fuck something up there. But regardless, her place sucks because it's got all its. Oh, I'm not her rightful liege, is why. I guess I should have been paying attention more. Her rightful liege is me now. Oh, you know, it said that some county, she was the daughter of somebody in some county. I don't know. That's fine. You know, and while we're fucking around here, that's fine. We're in here. That we can create the duchy or whatever. We don't have the money for that. While we're fucking around here, let's actually readjust this. Let's go through and see what we got again. I know it's been a while. It's only been 5 years of gameplay. Get that shit out of here. And he should. I'm just making sure. Oh yeah, we were gonna drink someone's blood. I forgot about that. Let's eat somebody real quick. Oh, we gotta wait till this sway is done, I think. But let's make sure. Here's this guy. This is some Visigoth hanging out. Can we hunt him? Oh, we can't hunt other. Vampires, I guess. We can't. Oh, we can't hunt guests. You're a man. You're courtier. Can't hunt this guy either. Why not? Oh, I'm off traveling in the war. That's what's going on. What were we gonna do? We were gonna go through a council. She looked fine. There was a 10, but she's already there. This guy's a 7. So this guy's an 8. He's not considered a powerful vassal. He's just a baron. So a 7 versus an 8 isn't worth pissing people off. Let's see what this is for this guy. No one's better than her. And let's see about my marshal. I feel like marshal is not very good. No, he's good. He's as good as it gets. And this is my. Remember, she was a powerful vassal a while ago. She is no longer a powerful vassal because we've gotten other vassals. Um, she's not a powerful vassal. He is, but he's only got a 5, and that's... An 8 is already so low. I don't want to go to a 5. So these people are just gonna... They're just gonna have to... We're not changing anything, so we can get these fuckers out of here. And back to this war. We've won the one war. And now we gotta figure out... It's a neutral army. Where beeth the other armies? Okay, he's getting his ass kicked over here. Oh wait, he's pulling out of there, so it's gonna take us by sea. And the first time I streamed this, I was talking about how I never like to pay this fee, but it turns out that that's stupid. Pay the fee; it's totally worth it because you're still gonna walk around and stuff. And walking costs money to if you're at a negative, so it's worth it just to pay the $2 or whatever. He's at war with someone else? This guy's just gonna get fucked. He's at war with my great-grandmother. In the holy war for the county of... Yeah, this guy's just gonna get fucked. We're gonna probably have to go to war with Midgard pretty soon. Oh, wow. Midgard's allied with the Free State. Wow, and this guy lost that. Yeah, Bar Sinisters is getting screwed. And there's nothing that we can... We gotta slow Midgard's advance, though. So, probably when I stop this war, if I have the money, I'll do the... fuck off with your fabricate claim. When this war's over, I'll probably do that mission... Not mission, that... the feast thing, which I was gonna do, but then... Yeah, we gotta turn the tables for this guy. We want him to stay alive. We don't really want him to expand, but we wanted him to stay alive. Yeah, he can expand a little bit. I'm in the wrong spot here. I want to go to here. Break the siege. Hey, we got a dangerous faction again. What's your problem? What is that on her face? Oh, she's the court chaplain, and she's a prisoner. Yeah, I'm gonna drink her blood when I get to 500 piety. Don't stress on it. Can I tell this person to injure your stupidity here? Not really. Let me check. Randomly check one of these people. Yeah, you also can turn people into ghouls. So what it says somewhere. What that does, it makes them immortal, basically. But they're not vampires, and I can't remember though if it costs. Doesn't say. Maybe if I do this again. Yeah, I can't remember, but I think... What is this? Concubinage? Oh, I thought that was a button I could click, like, to do something. Yeah, no, I know they're my concubines. I can't remember if ghoul takes piety. If it takes piety, I don't want to do it. But it's nice to have these dudes that you're gonna feed on forever, so they don't die of old age. I'm not sieging this? Oh, sometimes this is difficult. It's hard to tell who's where and what here. Because of the color, this is like light blue versus dark blue or something. Occupied by this guy. So this, wait, is this occupied by... Is this what we want? I can't tell. If we click on it, what is it? It shows him. That's his capital, I think. It's my ally. Hellscribe. I don't really want to fight this guy. It's gonna be a close fight, and I don't want to fight fights that are close fights. Oh, he ran for it. He didn't want to. I think they'll be at a negative though if they cross the river here. Was I at the wrong spot? No, I was at the right spot. It just I can't tell what's going on there. We're about to win this war for this dude though. Or maybe not for him. We're gonna help this guy win a war. Alright. That's it. It's over. Hey, you finished increasing control. Nice job, buddy. This is the one we kept, so you're gonna do that one now. And I forgot I was looking at this. There's no way for me to, like, tell these people to stop what they're doing. The Gangrel have always relied on personal power to choose their leaders in alphas, challenging the target to a duel, determining strong and who gets to call the shots. I wonder, what is this black thing on her face? When I click on her, it's not there. Is this supposed to tell me something? Create contract. And I don't know. I don't know what that means. I feel like that might be a bug or something. No, it definitely looks like it's like a contract with a seal. I don't have any things like, I mean, I have create contract, but that, don't I have that with everybody? Yeah, I do. I don't think I can hurtify anybody more. This is Michael, right? Yeah, I'm still trying to make this guy happy. Yeah, see this guy has like modified feudal contract. That's not what this, yeah, I don't know what this is. If anybody knows, tell me. I've never seen that thing. Maybe because she's, I don't know. It doesn't look like I can tell him stop. In CK2, you can tell him like, stop that arrow, I'm gonna fuck you up. How long until this sway's done? I need to drink someone's blood. There we go. That's the end of that one. Let's end this thing. Let's get everybody a rest here. Okay, this is the thing I wanted to do before. I kind of stopped playing Europa Universalis. I have some frustrations with that game, but there actually is this mod I was talking about the other day called Abner or something that made me play EU4 again, and the mod is amazing. There's still definitely some frustrations with it, and the other issue I actually was having was with Hearts of Iron as I played as Communist China, and I was winning, and then all of a sudden I had all these issues with my supply that I didn't feel was fair, if that makes sense. I was like building up all of my infrastructure the whole game. I knew this was going to be an issue, so I was building up my infrastructure just like mad the whole game, and it's still, my supply was fucked, and like one Nazi troop could just wipe out all of my dudes. They were just rolling through, and it was total bullshit. And so I stopped playing it, but someone recently mentioned that they fixed that issue, and I was like, huh, maybe I'll play Hearts of Iron again. Alright, I need more money. How soon? Oh, they're... Okay. This guy, really? I thought you liked me, buddy. Alright. You know what happens to you guys, right? You got 700, and you got 700. If you want to do it, you can do it. You got 700 and you got an army running around on the top of your face. Have you played either of those games, Chris? There's some weird chanting for this. I guess it works with vampires. It's time for you to recognize your ancient and inalienable rights of your vassal. Accept the demands of the liberation faction or face our swords. I'm gonna face your swords there, buddy. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna rally the troops here. Pack Lord Carl, who the fuck are you? Whoa, of the Free State, huh? That's quite a army you got there, Free State dude. Your vassal and champion. She wants this bad. She only got a 1. A fucking 1. Total War is a lot different than both of those. Knights of Honor I never played. I actually have it on my wish list. Is that game any good? Alright, we're gonna oh no, he's my marshal. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong stat. Your vassal. I want my chancellor. Alright, so they have 2,000 troops marching on my ass. 2,000 troops. That's a lot of troops. So I'm going to call my allies to war. What is it going to cost me? Nothing. And excellent. And I'm going to call you to war. Oh, you won't do it. Oh, no. Oh, it's because he's a liege of... Probably, so by far, so not even probably, by far, Crusader Kings is the best of those games of Europa Universalis and Hearts Iron. And CK2 is free. It's and actually CK2 is probably a better game because they put, if you buy the whole $200 thing, the beginning part is the free part doesn't have all the cool shit, but the graphics are really outdated now, and like there's certain clunky mechanics. So when this gets like one more update, I hear there's another update coming out. It'll probably surpass the free CK2, but this, like, the graphics are way better. I love that these people actually look like people. They don't really look like people in the other one. I mean, this guy barely looks like a person, but that's on purpose. This guy like looks, he's a vampire, but and there's so many mods for this. There's that Tales of Ireland mod. But I would try CK2 if you're interested. The issue with Europa Universalis is the UI is fucking unbearably bad. You're digging through menus for hours trying to find this button you pushed at some point. Hours, and I'm not even joking. It is miserably bad. And then there's other tooltips that don't tell you what you need to know. It will say like, hey, this is going to affect your war thing. And you're like, what is that? I've never even heard of that thing. And you'll have to dig through and you never can find it because it's actually not told anywhere. And you just have to guess. There's like, Europe Universalis is very bad UI. Like, I am shocked. When I replayed it with that mod, I was shocked. I was like, how did I ever used to play this game all the time? Its UI is awful. You know what? While I'm here, I'm going to eat this person. Or a person. I would be tempted to eat him, but he's got a useful claim. Can we hunt this guy real quick? Yeah. Sure can. There was something else I wanted to do. Should we ghoul this guy up and see what happens? Or will that get rid of the... No, it's a different scheme. Let's ghoul Bajorn up. No, let's ghoul this guy up. It makes him like you more. I mean, they're now your slave. And if it takes piety, I'll bail out of it. I don't need a ghoul that bad. Huh, I'll have to check that one out. Knights of Honor. Like I said, it's on my wish list, but I think it's the sequel. How old is the original? All right, here's this guy. He's going in the ocean. They're all going to try to join up and fight. So, let's roll heavy here, guys. Let's take these suckers down as fast as possible. Can I do it here? Raise all my armies. Hey, we'll probably have all my commanders now too, yep. Even this guy who hates me. It hasn't come out yet. Sorry, when I said wish list, I should have mentioned that. It's still in the... It's not even in early access. It's not out. This guy lost the war against this guy, yeah. Bar Sinister is pretty much done. No, I guess he's doing alright. I don't know why this is a different shade. Do I have some weird realm thing turned on? What is going on here? I have like two filters stuck on top of each other. Is that was that? No, this is just the rebels. I don't know what's going on here. I think that's the game I haven't. I think it's on on my list. All right, we gotta get in here quick. And I do have my mangonels. Yeah, these guys are they're all gonna go into the ocean and then come back. Oh, I can call him? I thought you said I couldn't call him. No, I can't call him. I will sway him after I'm done whatever I'm doing over there, drinking somebody's blood. I don't really care about those two things. And right now I don't care about that either. And I don't care about that. And I don't care about that. And I don't care about that or that. That's probably, what was the point of doing all that? Hurry up, they're gonna come back here. And then, yeah, they're gonna sail off to some 1300. Well, that's useful. This is, yes, that's useful. I was getting all paranoid here. There's no naval combat in this game or in CK2, and I actually think that that's a good thing. When I first started playing CK2, I was like, no naval combat? What kind of piece of shit game is this? And then it just kind of made sense. It would be such a pain in the ass to even like enjoy the game if there was naval combat. All right, now we just got to move like the wind, buddies. We got to get into this other guy's capital. Where's his capital? Right here. So there's also like, I actually love CK2 a lot. Like I said, this is working, but it's not there yet. You can like, if you play as the Vikings, each group has like different stuff they can do, like raiding and whatnot, but also like you can use your prestige to build buildings if you're like the Vikings, but if you're like a Christian, you use gold, and you have to I think that's the one. I think Knights of Honor 2 is the one I have on my wish list there. Um, and I actually use my wish list as just don't forget about this game. It doesn't necessarily mean I want it. So I like just add stuff. I'm like, what is this? This looks cool, and add it just so I don't forget about it. Yeah, my Steam thing, I put it on there because it looks pretty awesome to me. But yeah, so CK2 has all sorts of awesome shit on it. And this game doesn't, it's not quite there. Yeah, it's like these buildings, they're not quite as cool as the ones in CK2. I don't know. It's just like you can, while you're playing CK2, you can really envision the armies and the people leading it. Like you'll be like, wow, this building gives me 5 more swordsmen or something, and you're envisioning, you know, your Vikings getting 5 more swordsmen. While this, it's kind of like, oh, I got some armies of levies, whatever. Who gives a fuck? And then who are these guys? I don't know. Oh, I got some catapults. There's something different feeling about it too. And then like you have like an entourage sometimes, and if your entourage is we got this guy. Yes, we will satisfy my hunger. Hey, we got some experience too. All right, so what does this cost me though? Yeah, it cost me 100. I don't want to lose 100. So what does he get though? More immortality, age. Oh, he can get a little bit of. No, I don't want to do it. I'll take the stress. It was a nice thought, but I need this piety to be drinking the blood of some other people. All right, where did these guys come from? All right, they got 1,500 dudes in my capital, but I should be in their capital before they're in my capital, and that will be the end of this war. Hurry up. Get in this capital. Hurry up. All right, war's over. And, well, no, war's not over yet. Enforce demands. That was pretty lucky. Not lucky. It was all skill. um, why do these guys so always up in my ass about stuff? All right. Didn't I already go through your council positions and... Oh, I could have changed that guy to domestic affairs. In fact, I'm going to change him to that now. Man, I played some more Star Sector the other night. I'm still growing my little fleet. It's a fleet of, what is the name of that faction? Diable Avionics. And that one badass ship. Why does it always look like she's... Oh, I can convert faith in a country, huh? Or a county, I mean. That needs to be done. I haven't gotten to the point where I can get a colony. Just building my little fleet up. I actually was thinking about playing that tonight, but I decided I played it like the last 3. That's exactly... I played it like the last 3 Fridays in a row or something, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to take a break from Star Sector, and I don't want to burn myself out on a game. I do that a lot. All right, so let's imprison these people. This guy thinks that he and this guy, they're powerful positions. Give me a break, dude. He will rise up in rebellion. We just put down a rebellion. What about you? All right, we'll do one at a time. Where am I standing? I'm standing right here. Can I just do this? This is Michael, I believe. Yeah, imprison him. Who's this guy? Oh, this little thing. I didn't give it enough time. I didn't give enough time for the thing to pass. Who is Hol? Your man in Marshall. He's not. He sucks. I'm gonna take the chance that I will defeat him in personal combat. And same with this guy. I play badasses for a reason. Oh, rally the troops. Okay, so I lost one fight. That's a surprise. There's an 80% chance. And this guy wants to fight again. And what is going on here? Why are we not sieging this place? Is it confused because I was standing there when the war started? It might have been. Alright, we got this one guy in prison. I don't think I need allies for this unless he pulls some allies of his own. This is kind of nervous. Oh yeah, see, Midgar is expanding. We need to do something about this. They got 1,200 military strength. Look at this fight over here. This is the guy I arrested, and this must be like his henchmen are fighting for me over here. They're like literally holding up that. We won that, but your acquaintance, who the fuck was this guy? I don't know, he was just some dude. I don't recognize either of these people. Matt Craig. Oh, Jesus Christ. And we'll sail back over here. I just wanted to break from war for like 5 seconds, guys. 5 fucking seconds. Details. He's got some pretty good champions. My champions suck. Like, look at this guy. Why are you in this fight? There's better champions. What is her name? This is Signy. What are you doing in here, Signy? Oh, maybe that was from that other army or something. I don't know. I don't see her in here. So they don't have the champions thing in CK2, and I think the champions thing is a huge bonus. Because that also personalizes like the people who are in your army. They have like a similar thing. Let's see. Where'd he go? This guy? Oh, he is. Or he's got something wrong. Oh, he's a Nosferatu too. Oh, he's a giant. That's why his head's over the... There was another guy with a mask. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he died. He had an actual just like mask. But yeah, so the champion thing I think is a great addition, but I wish that this might be the end of the war here if we only 6%. How many people we got in our prison now? This guy. I don't know what his problem is. He's maimed, he's one-eyed, he's disfigured. He's a vampire. So you can actually as a vampire in this one, you can actually uh, blood heal, and it will heal your wounds, but she gets a bonus for having her face scarred, and so that's the only wound I can heal. And so I don't want that to happen. Why aren't I sieging this? Oh no, I am. It's just... This is going to get dangerous because they can come by sea here at any second, and... He lost his war again. Bar Sinister's done. Look at that. That's all that's left of him. Wow, he just got annihilated. I mean, which is fine. He's only got 13 troops left. It's fine, but this guy's now pretty dangerous. I mean, I know I'm still married to this dude, but... Or is he getting raided or something? Yeah. Hurried up there. We need to end this war fast. This is a mod. This is a mod for it. It's normally they're not in this game. But, basically I find the vanilla of this game to be pretty boring. Like I was saying, they need to add more stuff to it, which they do the DLC thing. Alright, he's in there. War's over. We can disband this. We can... Yes, we're gonna hold the sacrifice. In fact, we can, and we want everybody invited just like before. And oh, she's beat up for some reason. Oh, she lost that thing to keep her in the... So I could probably, I wonder if that will, I'm curious. Yeah, so I could actually heal her wounds, but she's already got a health bonus because she's a vampire. I'm not worried about her dying. Now, what we're going to check here is we're going to go look at my prisoners, because I have a whole bunch of them now, wherever the fuck they are. Prisoners, I got 5 of them. And what we're going to look at here is what we get if we execute them. So, diablerie is where you drink their blood, and it's actually illegal. You're not allowed to, and this guy's in the same house as me. But I'll do it anyways because I have a 5% chance of getting this perk, which is like a skill, or 10% chance of getting that one. So we're just gonna like go down the list and see who's got that, and we're gonna keep them. Who's got that ability? So this guy has a 5% chance of fortitude, and this guy's got a. This guy's a nobody. So if I, oh wait, sorry, wrong button. This guy's got something. This guy's got something. So these people are never leaving my prison is what's going to happen. And it cost me 500 piety to eat them. And this lady has been in here waiting to be eaten for quite a while. And then that's it. So yeah, she's been in here for 6 years. So basically, these people are never going to leave my prison. Regardless of what they do, they're never out of here. I just let them sit in there. I'll never ransom them. Occasionally they just disappear, and I don't know how that happens. I wish that kind of frustrating actually is when I look and there'll be like 3 people missing, and I'll be like, where'd they go? I think that they no longer are important to the game, so they just take them out. But I don't think they should do that, not in my prison, because I'm holding them to be eaten. And so what we also can do is we can revoke these dudes' title because they're criminals, and they don't have a choice but to accept. And so now we got that title, and this just like flipped out a bunch of the computer's like, what did you just do? And we're gonna revoke this title from this guy too. And so like it's telling you right now that the repercussions, but because he's a known criminal, doesn't matter. He revolted, and that's a criminal offense. So now I have 5 of these things, and that's way over my limit of 3. And normally in the game, if you were Duke level, you could have, if in vanilla, you could have a, why is this called Hologangland? Hologangland. That's weird. Normally you would have more than this, but in this vampire mod, you have less. You have the ability to control less stuff. So I have to turn these into, I don't care about that. I do care about this. I have to create vassals that are hopefully more loyal than these dudes were. And we'll give them the shittiest ones again. And I'm gonna stop streaming here probably in a minute. It's already 4 in the morning. But I want to do this first because this is like a tedious task that I don't like to do. And I know that if I leave it till the next time I start playing, that'll make me reluctant to... Why? Look at all these guys hate me. It'll make me reluctant to play again because I'll be like, God damn it, I have to do this tedious task next time I start. So I actually find this part like tedious. I wish you could push a button and say, these are the things. Just create new, not new vassals, but pick these vassals the way I want, assign them, and fix my stuff for me without doing it. But man, all these people hate me. They all want a seat on the council. And like none of these guys on my council are powered. So we'll fix that too. We'll go through here. So let's do this first. What else we got here? Declare war. Create a duchy. I think that said it cost me a bunch of money. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. This guy, they want me to increase my opinion of the guy that I got in prison. Yeah, I don't give a shit about him. There probably is something I can do. Can I herdify more people? Nope. I always feel like it's weird when there's no plots or anything going on down here, like it's idle. But back to my domain here, we got County of Nimjiflifin, which is here, I believe. I guess I could just click on it. So this guy has 3 different... This guy has 3 different buildings. And this one, he was really building up, so... Oh, that's my other one. He's got level 2 of this thing. Holding taxes go down. So this is a lot of troops come out of here. And... So that's the one thing. This has control go down by... Legacy of Rufus. What is this? Is that some weird special thing? So these ones actually might be probably worth keeping over... This one we always keep. Over, say, this one maybe. Yeah, we'll give away this one. So I'm going to grant this to... Let's go sum of all skills. Let's sort this by... No, that's what we want. We don't want to give it to a vassal though. We want to give it to a new person, and we're gonna pick this lady, I guess. She's an insane villain. She's at the Baroness somebody's court over here. So I'm not sure what I did wrong on that last one to... Let's grant titles. Let's see what it is. Remember on that last one, like, she didn't have to get as... She's a lunatic. I thought insane villain didn't mean actually insane. Oh, she's cursed with insanity. She's not very good. But that's what we want. We want our vassals to be weak. I don't know why that last one didn't work how I wanted it to work. So let's grant this and see if that happens again. It said something about her not being my vassal. What is her name? Eula? So no, she has normal and low too, just like that other person. Why though? Yeah, so this lady's, I'm not her rightful liege, but I don't know why that is. Oh, she wants me to hold the Duchy of whatever title. Durr. That makes sense. So basically, this thing that it keeps telling me to do up here, create another duchy, is this the same reason? Yeah, so they want me to create these titles. I just don't have the money. So that totally makes sense. I don't know why I didn't notice that before. And that's exactly how CK2 is. So basically when earlier when I looked at if I go to like here and then I go to show the de jure stuff, it wants these certain, actually I can click I think right here. Oh, that's what I'm clicked on. It wants these de jure duchies to be created. And since like these counties are like, so the county of whatever, Malia is here, she wants to report to the Duke of whatever, the Duchess of whatever, but haven't created that title yet. So when I can create that title, that will make her give me more shit, which makes sense. All right, that solves that weird mystery that it wasn't really that weird of a mystery. So I gotta get rid of one more, and this is gonna be a little bit harder to decide because these are both pretty good, and this one I'm definitely not getting rid of because it's got the 4 slots. And I'm, these are getting pretty good over here. And this one is where I'm actually going to change this. What's the control here? The control is good. I want to make this my capital. How do I do that? Move realm capital. Nidoros. All right, that's what we want to do. So it's a better place. So when we get king ranked, we can build a new special building there. I thought I had my guy. Oh, he is. So we got 340. That's not gonna. So and this has that Duke rake building. So that's why I'm keeping this one and this one, and I got to get rid of one of these two. So I got to make a decision here. 250 plus 5. That gives me skirmisher damage. I clicked on the wrong thing there. This one gives me a higher fort level, but my taxes go down. I don't think I would have chosen either of these buildings if I was here. I'm probably once again overthinking this. I should just pick this one because it's got higher control. To keep, that is. 400 levies. Yeah, let's just keep this one. So we'll give away this one. Oh, wait. Yeah, this one. Yep. So we're gonna do the same thing here. Go to sum of all skills. You do have limited building slots. It's only these ones down here, so it's I only can build 4 buildings in this one. It's different though. Each county is different. I mean, there might be a ton that are the same, but there's the possibility to have more or less. So you can get a really shitty one that has less slots. I'm pretty sure. But this is one of the reasons why I moved my capital down to here. Let me click on this one. This one, so it actually has 4 different types of, or 4 different places that can have buildings. And my old capital only had 3. And each one of these places can have different buildings. So in the temple, I can build different stuff, you know, night hunters or whatever. And then, and this is a city, I can build different stuff here. And in this, oh, that one had +1 night. What does that cost? But see, this one hits the development and the growth. Actually, these cities are the same. So in this mod, it looks like you have the same choices. Normally, they're different. You have different stuff, and like the city has different stuff. But I mean, that could actually be a CK2 thing that I'm thinking of. But this one, so it's got more city slots because of this special. This is a special place where you can, where like historically, you know, the kings and whatever live here. But it also has a whole other holding area ability, which is actually marked on this map. So I could construct like a castle here or something. And they're really expensive, and you have to have like certain level of control and stuff. So that's not even an option for me right now. But yeah, each one has different stuff. It's interesting. I didn't know you could rename these titles. That must be maybe no. Actually, it's probably been here this whole time. I just never noticed in this version. Now I gotta remember here. Pretty sure it was this one. Yeah, this one has the development growth thing. Yeah, we're getting rid of this one, and we're gonna grant to sum of all skills. We got this lady. Vassal. Who are you? Oh, we're not giving it to dudes. Just to be weird. Is this a mortal? No. She's Honorable Craven. Isn't that nice? Grant titles. We're gonna give you... Good God, now I can't remember which one it was. Oh no, I don't want to give her both. That would have been a horrible mistake. Why is this person so strong? It's Namdaloftleek is the one I want to give away. Damn it. It's probably, so the reason why it's, no, I know why. It was this lady. Let's give it to this lady. For 50 years. It's actually, that seems like a long time, but with vampires, it's not. All right, let's rearrange my council here before. Oh, so she is a powerful vassal, so we'll leave her there. We're gonna fill this with a bunch of chumps. I hate to say it. My chancellor here. Six is my highest skill. Oh God. All right, so 4 isn't that bad if 6 is the highest skill, and she's a powerful vassal, so we'll put her in there. Oh, I thought she had like a board in her hand. It looks like that's supposed to be like a, uh, like a, what do you even call it? Like where you whatever. A thing to look at. All right, Stuart. What do they call that? Clipboard is what she has there, except without the clip. It's too primitive. So this lady has an 8. And my next highest vassal that wants the position is just a big pile of suck. You have a book of 10. Well, she's already in there, though. I think I'm going to give it to this lady just because she's not so ugly. I know. I know. It's weird. But that lady, we're trying to go for all ladies. I don't know. Massive sexism on my part, but it was just 1 point. It was just 1 point. All right, this person, 1 point difference is what I mean. All right, let's see. And she's the vassal. The other lady was just some normal lady. So 8. He is not a powerful vassal. He's terrified. Wow. So this person has an 8. And we're gonna assign her. She's a powerful vassal. It's only 2 points. And last but not least, the spy master. She's already got it. She's in here with a 5. Oh, that's 3 points left. He's a powerful vassal, so I guess I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna hire all these powerful vassals, even though they suck. And it says I can declare 2 wars, but I actually think we're all set for tonight. I'm gonna just double check everything because that's what I do. We're so close to 500. I don't want to be at like 0 once I try to eat this person, and I could totally like scum save until I pass that check, but I'm not going to. And that's how I play. When I played this lady down here, I ate so many vampires. She was way down here, wherever she is. How's she doing, anyways? She's doing terrible. She's getting, man. When I played this lady down here, I ate so many vampires before I started got an occasional skill. Man, look at that dude though. Nesferatu, man. Oh no, Satit. Satit, or whatever, however you say it. He is a weird looking dude though. I wonder what he's doing way up here. He's been helpful. He helped in the last war though. We got to do something about Midgard here. I'm just curious. Yeah. Even with our 2 allies, he's got more. We got to somehow cost 100 piety to fucking attack the dude too. Wow. Might be worth fabricating a claim on him. What we need to do though is like do something worse to him. Can we try to murder him? 5% chance of success. That will take years. What's that other like hire assassins thing? Oh, I don't have that option on here. We need to do something about him though. He's got real issues. He's a good fighter. He's actually good at everything. He's like 1,200 years old though. He's winning a war against somebody. Who's his ally? Oh, right, the Free State. If we could break... Whoa, is the Free State losing a war? Yes, please. They're winning a war. I don't know. I'll have to plan this out when I start next time, but if the Free State fell apart, that would make Midgard. So this is one of the things where, like, we've been picking on the weak guys, but I need to start picking on, like, Midgard, basically. Because if I don't, they're going to continue to expand. The other thing we could try to do is ally up with somebody else. Like, how's this guy doing? He's got 800 troops. He's allied over there. Try to arrange marriage. Wow, look at that. He's negative 1,000. Wonder what his problem is. He's got 800 troops. This guy's pretty much done. He's only got 24 troops. This guy's got oh, I can't marry her, I don't think. I have sons. Oh, can I marry her? No. It looks like he just had a snack. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not strong enough to take that. Wow, look at this guy's got 5,000. I don't think he's a werewolf. What is it? He's gangrel now. He looks like he could be a werewolf. Look at his poor spouse. Wow. That, though, is pretty. That's 5,000 troops just sitting there. What we need to do is, like, how many do you got? Actually, can we somehow ally up with this 5,000 dude? We could, that would be too far away to interact. I mean, the other option is we just have to keep taking county after county, but the problem with that is that we only get such a minuscule amount of... I mean, we're only getting 98 troops from our vassals. The rest are all from the domains I own. And I mean, I could build some stuff like that they were building, you know, with... What we should try to do is keep upgrading this, though. What does this cost? Oh, I can't do it. Yeah, and so when I was playing the chick, the Satai chick down in the south, I couldn't get my development to grow. And so I was perpetually stuck and not able to upgrade that. So that's that's why I knew the development would be an issue. And maybe I should switch this out because this is a development 7. Oh, did I already switch that out? No, it's right there. I wanted the extra gold. Is there anything that improves development? Man. I don't see anything. Yeah, I totally thought they fixed the thing where you could destroy buildings and you can't do it anymore, or you still can't do it. It's kind of a bummer. Unless there's a way to do it, I just don't know how. I swear I read in some journal somewhere that they said, yeah, we're gonna add destroying buildings at some point. Yeah, it's... You know what's weird is when I uh, installed Tales of Ireland, which is another mod. I think that this mod's the best, and Tales of Ireland is in second place, pretty close. Uh, Most other mods besides that aren't that interesting, or they're outdated. Or there's like a Lord of the Rings one I want to try, but it hasn't been updated in forever, and it only has like you can play like an orc or something. But when I installed Tales of Ireland, it said that it was updated, but I didn't actually get the update. I had to uninstall Tales of Ireland and reinstall. I wonder if I should do that with this. I hope that doesn't break my game because I feel like I'm doing really good this time. But maybe I'll do that before I start next time. No, you know what? She looks different than before, and so does she down there. So that probably has the update, but I don't know. So that's it for me. I am going to continue this game as long as my save doesn't break at some point. I've got a bunch of other games I got on the list, but I'm going to stream some maps tomorrow, map creation. But that is it for me tonight.